Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the STEBA Grand Final between the Hobart Wagon and Horses and the Claremont Thrill RSL Scorpions. Tonight is a replay of last year's Grand Final between both of these teams, where the Wagon came out on top, so it'll be a very interesting evening. See if the Scorpions can bounce back this year to win. My name's Jeremy Maguire. This is brought to you by Q Sports Tasmania. Andrew Grundy sitting right beside me, running all the live stream and unfortunately not commentating with me. The games are about to be underway. Our first game is against Andrew Grundy and Sam Thurgood and Mel Appleby and Chris Reeman. This contest is 4 sets of 8 and race to 17. Beside me is Nigel Fraser, and he's going to help me commentate for, Nigel Barker. And Mel Appleby just broke off for the Wagon and Horses, and Sam Thurgood about to break off for the RSL Scorpions. Welcome, Nigel.
Thank you, Jeremy. Should be a great night tonight. 2 good teams, lots of good players.
Definitely the two outstanding teams of the year, actually, and proven their worth when it comes to playing off to make this final.
Yes, it's not the first time they've been there. It's a replay of last year's as well.
Exactly what I just said.
Oh, well.
Just alluded to what I just said.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah. Mel's off to a good start on yellows.
Yes,
we've got open, and Mel, the Wagon and Horses played the Hobart Workman Niners on last Tuesday night to make the final. The Hobart Scorpions played the Niners the week prior to go straight into the grand final. Mel played really well against us last Tuesday night, Nigel.
She did very well. She potted extremely well. And I wouldn't be surprised if she does the same again by the way she started.
She's a confident player. Look, she's a multiple state player. She's been there, done that. So the actual event won't situation of playing won't put her off at all. She's been around a fair while.
Yes, and the person she's playing is also a very, very solid player.
Person who plays multiple Australian representatives,
yes,
Chris Reeman.
Just itching to get at the table.
That's good. Apparently we're coming through nice and clear. Good streaming by the Hobart Workmen's Club now. I think Sam would have been just as happy for that to sit over that hole, I think.
Well, he's still at the table. I'm sure he'll make the most of his opportunities. Very good player, Sam.
If anyone's not aware, Sam's the actual manager of the Hobart Workmen's Club, has been now for about 7 or 8 years. Must be doing a good job, been around that long.
Well, I seem to eat here more than I eat at home at the moment, and I've got a burger on its way. Good venue, excellent venue, the Workers' Club.
Chris's first turn at the table.
Nice containing shot by Mel. He's only left him the one into the middle.
I think the only one stopping Mel from really going out is the yellow closest to that bottom red on the right hand side. It just doesn't go into the hole. Covers it, but won't go into it.
Yeah, it can be very deceptive on the screen too. It's ones you think will go, won't go, and ones you think won't go, will go at times.
Probably pretty lucky in this live stream tonight. We're actually got a pretty good view of both tables, as well as looking onto the monitor.
Yeah, got to be better than stuck round a corner where you can't see the tables at all.
Probably glad it's so loud in here, Nigel, because that means they can't hear us commentating.
That's right.
First few frames are always very important. Obviously, in a final, both teams want everyone to get off to a good start. But both teams can prove they can come back from but not a very good start.
Oh, it's a nice shot by Sam Thurgood. He's probably hasn't left himself ideal here, but it was probably just an in or over shot, that one.
A little bit different. Just trying to force play. No damage done there. He didn't want to go down and try and pot that yellow and make it even harder for himself. So.
Well, even with the two shots, I think the black ball and the red closest to the black are very difficult for Andrew to extract from there. Mills just unfortunately potted one of Chris's balls. 2 shots to Chris. He's got a couple of difficult ones on the bottom.
Not left too open, Chris.
Looks like they're brand new balls out on the table tonight. They're very shiny.
Things might be a little bit nervous out there to start off with.
Yeah, very understandable. But there's not one player in either of these teams who haven't been here before.
I think Chris would be just as happy to see this sitting over the hole. Oh.
Yeah, well, Mel's definitely got a bit of a chance here.
He's got a great chance.
Great chance, absolutely.
Still hold it on the bottom rail. Hold it for the yellow along the bottom. So the way she potted on Tuesday night was very good.
The old double kiss worked a treat that time for Sam. He's got a nice blocker in on that bottom corner. He's got both bottom corners blocked now.
So the Scorpions are the home team, and obviously the Wagon being the away side. With the lineups, it means obviously the Wagon will not start off with their stronger players, because when it comes to the last set, it means their stronger players will be up early.
Yes, it worked a treat for him on Tuesday night against the Niners as well, so stick with a proven method. A little containing shot by Mel. I don't know if she's overly happy with that one actually, but it's a reasonable leave by Grundy there. He's
good leave, total snookering.
Backs to the wall type stuff.
Doesn't want to hit this too heavy. Oh, he's played it well.
It's a very good shot.
Played it well. And not left Andrew very
much
at all.
And kicked it back out straight into the throat of the hole, so the black might still squeeze in there possibly, but he's got 5 reds to get rid of before he can even look at the black. Well played, Mel.
Good shot by Mel. Unfortunately, it doesn't put a lot of pressure on Chris. He's got many options to even just roll this one up top and snooker.
Yes, it's one of those situations where Mel's got off to a nice start, but Chris is the firm favourite at the moment, I'm afraid.
Great snooker as well, because he's cut off most angles. She might be able to go off the top rail in between those two reds. Back down onto it, definitely off the bottom rail down here. It's definitely cut off by that red ball sitting there.
Yeah, it's spot on, isn't it?
I don't think she's got the gut to go off the top rail. The yellow's like in the middle of the rail. Sam is game.
Yes, Andrew tried to tried to get another snooker, but Sam was good enough to come off the side cush and pot that, and I would say it's pretty much going to be game over now.
Just a simple black for Sam to roll in to take the Scorpions into a 1-0 lead. Up next we've got Johnny Leonard and Luke Webb. Luke Webb's our current Southern Tasmania runner-up.
Another couple of very solid players. Johnny's just back into it after a bit of a break.
Yeah, a bit of a couple of years off. Played state probably about 4 or 5 years ago, John did. And Luke's hopefully going to play state this year. He's going for the trials.
It'd be good to see Luke have a go at the state side. I'm not sure. I don't think he's ever gone for it before, has he?
I think he's gone for it once or twice quite a few years ago, but because of his legal studies, he's only been practicing lawyer for the last 8 months. So,
yeah.
So now it's sort of, he's definitely freed up his life a lot because he was working part-time and virtually studying full-time. So a lot of his commitments were obviously made up for his legal studies.
Absolutely.
But now he's a working lawyer.
It's a good way to put it.
You can't say an honest lawyer, can you?
No. Fine young fella, Luke.
Predominantly snooker background. Great shot by Chris.
Yeah, I think we can just about call this one. Chris will just roll this one in and red ball into the middle and possibly run through it, and black into the same pocket as this red, I'd say.
No, black in the op.
Yeah, he might just stun off it and into the other middle. No, he's topped it through, back into the same pocket, yep.
That's a great break by Luke.
Well, 2-0 to the Scorpions.
It's because of the line-up format though, with the home and away, you always expect the Scorpions will come out of the box.
Yeah,
hard. Normally find it all settles down come the third set. Everyone settles down. You normally find the better players will hit each other in the third set. And the third and fourth set, so that all brings everything. As long as the obviously winning team hasn't got such a big lead.
So next up we'll have Stuart
Percy
and Paul Miller.
Should be a very entertaining match. We've got a snail and a hare.
Absolutely, and they're the complete opposite to the way they look, actually.
He'll love listening to that when he.
Sorry, Stuart.
This again.
It's all paid for though, so that's the main thing. No, it should be a good match. These two guys. They're Stuart's very solid. Paul's been playing very well this season. Certainly finished in the top half dozen, I think, in the averages for the league.
And there's the top averages for the stats for the wagon. With Wayne Elliott, he's our Southern Tas Masters champion and Singles Open champion. Andrew Triffett, their captain, finished on a 65%. Very even.
Yeah, that's a good
even
spread. They, I think even their 8th spot was shooting over 50, which shows the depth of their team. And unfortunately for the wagon, Wayne Elliott's unavailable tonight, I believe.
No, Wayne flies refugees in and out of Australia, and I think he's off on a flight. Works out of predominantly out of Christmas Island.
Yeah, it's a big loss for him actually. He's an exceptional player, very good potter. Doesn't say much. just lets his cue do the talking.
Been around a long time, Wayne.
Yeah, I think Stewart's just played a bit of a semi-containing, set up a ball, and Paul's got a little bit of work to do here.
And Luke is, if Luke's on that red to the right-hand side, is he? I don't know. He must be very close to it.
It certainly looks like it, doesn't it?
He hasn't looked at it, or if he has, he's not. Could be in a lot of trouble.
He didn't want to clip that yellow ball on the bottom cush.
The red wasn't very open to go anywhere unless he was going to play that red off the yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was his only rule.
Paul Milner. His team, I think, were a little bit holding their breath there for a couple of seconds, Nigel. They were looking at that black going towards the pocket.
It certainly could make this game a lot longer now with that 8-ball sitting so close to the corner pocket.
I think it's open. I think it actually probably falls more into Stewart's favour.
Yeah, it's difficult to see whether the yellow closest to the black actually would go underneath it, but the one on the side cush will definitely go inside the black.
I think you can make the yellow on the bottom rail go underneath it, but I mean, it's not to the advantage.
No.
Might as well just roll the... No, I don't think he's going to leave himself much if he rolls this in the middle.
No, I think he might even try to run that one down and leave the white ball up the balk end of the table, and just say to Paul, well, show me what you can do.
I think Johnny Leonard's left Luke.
He's gone the double. That's a very good shot by Stuart Percy.
I think Johnny's left Luke an edge on this red ball on table one, but I don't think he can do a lot with it.
I've seen him do some magical things in this situation before, though, Luke. He's very good at knocking a ball around 3 or 4 cushions and putting it into some oblivious pocket. Let's see what he can do.
He's swerving it. He's trying to swerve this.
Oh, he's clipped the black.
That should be game.
It was a very good effort by Stewart, but he's left the white ball in a nice spot for Paul to actually position his yellows, and
Paul be going. Obviously that top red on the balk line's too close to the balk line to get an easy shot on it.
I don't know if that yellow closest to the white ball on John's table passes that other one. I think it probably will.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't pass. If it passed, he would have already been down on it. This is the right way to go. He'll just drop this in, run the one down the side rail on the top. Run the top one down, pot the other one in the middle. It's got a bit more of an angle than probably wanted. I think he would have rather preferred to be straighter onto that yellow down the rail.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not a hard ball down the rail. Those pockets take them nice and easy.
Yeah, well, he could always put that yellow in the middle on the opposite side to the black.
Look, he's shooting too. If he cuts it down, brings the white ball across the balk line and plays the other yellow down the bottom pocket. 2 shots. Black's not as easy as what it actually looks on the monitor. Like when you look at it over on the table, I don't think it's that. They're pretty reasonable middles.
They are. I'm sure he'd like to have 2 shots on the black.
I don't think he will need it.
No.
Oh, he's got a nice angle to drop this yellow in now, and it's just going to float down onto the next yellow, and they're all connecting.
They are connecting lovely, actually.
And I can't see where he's going to go wrong. Even if a miss does come in.
Stewart just tried to take control of the pocket there.
So Johnny's going to jacky this yellow onto it. It's deep in the hole.
Yeah,
Can't miss it.
absolutely.
Can't miss it. That's what I mean. Even with a miss, having a miss in hand, there was not much that was going to go wrong. Very difficult when you're commentating, obviously, on two tables rather than a singular match, because start talking about two different matches, it can get a bit confusing. But obviously, Johnny, who's got 2 yellows left now on the black.
Yeah, he obviously decided not to play the Jackie. He's just taken the one over the can first and play the one over the rail. Should just be able to roll this one in, drift up towards the red.
He's
and
going to jack his cue up and stun it out. Still has to be careful here. Still has to hit through the ball nice and sweet. Things can go wrong. Things
just
can go
like
wrong.
that.
That's what I said. Things can go wrong. Especially you've got to full commit to those shots. You can't.
That's right.
And the way he played that, he sort of semi-half committed to it. It's a poor shot for his stand. Luke won't hold back here. I think he's got the angle to double it and still hold for the black.
He's very good with his doubles.
But mind you, if he doubles and misses it, he's given the game away. If he probably rolls up the table.
Yeah, he's if he doubles it, he's
face cutting and taking the white up. It's a safer option. Then he can roll the black down. No,
yeah,
he's not face cutting it.
Block the other.
He's not. He's left hand side and it straighten it. Oh no, he did face cut it. It's loose. That was very loose.
Yes, I think Luke would really like to have that shot again somehow.
A loose shot. I didn't even know what pocket he was going for. In the end, it missed by that much.
Well, Stewart's got a great chance here. Paul just unfortunately ran that one down. I'm sure he was trying to get the white ball behind that other yellow to at least stop him from taking the one over the can.
I think John would like to have more angle on this shot, or
well, Stewart's.
That's okay. Stewart's got a lot of natural ability. He'll cut this across. The black on the monitor looks easy.
It does.
The black on the table.
It doesn't look as easy, does it? No.
Oh, I thought Stewart would have followed that. It's a great lead though. I did allude to that black not being as simple as what it looked.
It certainly wasn't as easy as it looked on the monitor. You know, black ball first game of the night, first trying to get the first win for the wagon. A lot of pressure. Everyone's feeling it. Luke's just got a pretty simple shot into the bottom corner or top corner.
That's what I said about his shot before. He would have rather more angle on it or less angle.
Yep,
So if he was straighter, he could have drawn it back against the side rail and out.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he didn't leave himself a nice angle. In the end, he tried punching it in, and in the end, he ended up leaving it. He punched it and left it too far.
He did, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, when the blacks aren't easy, you've got to definitely make sure you're sitting on them.
Yeah, it's a fine line, isn't it? You've got to...
2 shots to Paul Miller. I am quite amazed he actually tried to get out of that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Next up, we've got Marcus Jackson, former Australian representative, and obviously
he's been in very good form of late as well. Marcus played exceptionally well during the state teams titles.
He virtually won it for him.
He virtually did, yeah. He played a couple of massive shots in the final to win a couple of consecutive games.
And he's playing Rob McCauley.
Another fine player.
prone to going for it and not getting it though, unfortunately.
Yeah. Loves his doubles. Tony Cannon was just telling me the other day, best doubler he's ever seen, he thinks.
Obviously not too happy with the rack then. That didn't open up very well. Probably lucky to get 4 balls even hit.
Yeah, not a good break for either player on that table, unfortunately. Marcus is going to take the yellows. He's got a couple of balls that are out in the open, and he's got a bit of work to do with 3 surrounded around the black.
Sorry? This is it. Well, the Wagon's still looking for their first win. I think they'll start to get a few at the end of this set.
Yeah, well,
they've still got Andrew Trifford to come.
Andrew
they've still
Holloway,
got Andrew Holloway, and they've got Nick Vishaw.
Yep, saving their big guns till last. Well, let's see what Stuart wishes to do this time. He's in a very similar position to his last shot.
I can't believe he went for it last time.
Oh, he's got a fine line to get onto that red, hasn't he?
I don't think he needs to go for it yet. Pop the top ball and squeeze the other yellow across to the left so he can't pot it first shot to get down here. Understand?
Yeah.
Hit the yellow up the top half ball, push the other yellow across onto the top rail, leave the white on the right hand side and say, there you go, I've given you 2 shots, but you're not going to do anything with the first. This is, that to me is
fraught with danger.
Well, one thing now, it's not hard. It's not easy for Paul now to actually. It's a lot easier now for him to pot it.
Yeah, he's got.
If Paul doesn't do something, it's a lot easier on Stuart.
Yes, but with 2 shots, it's difficult to see if the Jackie on the bottom cush is going to go. It certainly looks like it is, and he could obviously run the one on the side rail straight down onto the other 2 in the balk pocket.
I don't think Marcus Jackson going to muck around over here. I think he's going to get rid of that red over the hole pretty quick and early in this frame.
Well, he's
not going to muck around.
He's got plenty of coverage. Neither of them are going out in a hurry on that table.
That's a very good shot by Paul.
Yeah, he's kicked that other one out nicely.
If he can get the other yellow and hold the 2 on the black actually goes into that hole quite comfortably, I think. But
I think the black will go inside that red for sure.
But if he's got the 2 shots, look, he probably won't even have to risk it. That's a great shot by Marcus. Exactly what I alluded to. He was never going to leave that ball sitting over the hole for too long.
No.
Great angle, Paul. Great angle. Great angle, even if you kick the black.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't hit the yellow and you kick the black out.
Either of them will do, won't they?
Either or.
Yeah, difficult to see if that one on the side rail would pass the red in the
Oh, you wouldn't
pocket.
even take the yellow. You wouldn't even take it down there, Nigel. You'll extract it from that angle. It wouldn't go, but the black would go.
Yeah.
But if he holds his 2, he's more likely just to kick the black out. But I think he's going to extract it here. This black's can't. Oh, he's missed.
Right between the lot. Well, he's still shooting 2.
Now it's live. Oh.
And Rob McCauley, I'm not sure if he's still shooting 2 or not. Possibly not. Well, there's one of his doubles. Oh, he's nearly pulled it off as well. Didn't quite get the cover on that yellow. Still, I
think if Paul can at least just get this yellow out, pot the top yellow, and he's got a good chance of just popping the black under the red.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a nice angle. Definitely does not want to roll it down. Oh, wow.
Oh dear.
Very reckless shot. still holding his two.
He was. I don't think he'll be very happy at all with that result.
No.
Oh, here's an excellent chance for the Wagon to get their first win on their board.
Probably could have potted that from the other side and came out for the black a bit easier, but I think with 2 shots, unless he doesn't make a rail, I think it's safe.
It'd be a cardinal sin if he didn't hit the cush, wouldn't it?
Oh.
He's hit it a bit firm. He should still be okay.
Gee, very lucky to jaw out on that angle.
It could have ran straight along that bottom push. And that's their first win.
And the first win, Stuart Percy for the Wagon. They're away. Now they've got their 3 to 4 top players now to come.
Well, yeah, if Marcus gets this game up, it's back to 3-2 and very much game on. They probably would have liked to have got into that rack a little bit more than that.
So the only player sitting out for the Wagon at the moment as a reserve is Shell Grundy, Andrew Grundy's wife. And
well, Shell's been playing pretty good pool of late as well. She's been a regular attender to the Calcuttas. Have you any idea who won the big Calcutta last night, Jeremy?
Oh, I thought you were here, Nigel.
I was too busy potting foul blacks, mate, unfortunately, to take any notice of what anyone else was doing.
Well, after 11 weeks, we finally got a final and 18 people qualified for it.
Oh, it's been a fantastic event, hasn't it?
And you only had to play 6 to qualify on our Thursday night race to 15 comp that the Hobart Workman's been holding, obviously, for the last, 2.5 months or so. And I won it.
Oh, well done. Congratulations.
Nice one to win.
That was a very good one to win. That was the one that everyone wanted to win.
I was the most heaviest handicap there, starting on -5 though.
Probably not enough in most people's views, but anyway.
Probably very lucky Alex Pace wasn't here.
Alex, I was speaking to Alex on the phone not too long ago. He had a nice little money match last night in the Big Guns tournament and got over the line 11-2. So.
And apparently, on all accounts, couldn't miss anything. And then got chopped up by Dan Lynch today.
He did get chopped up by Dan Lynch today. 11-10, must have been very close in the end.
He was 6-10 down.
He was, yes.
Got back to 10 all, and apparently Dan Lynch went off the snap on the last frame. Back to these games, obviously a little bit tactical on Rob and Marcus's game.
Yeah,
so
Marcus underhit that by quite a bit.
Doug Goss played very well for him last Tuesday night.
Oh, he did. He played sensationally. Won his first 2 games, even by the Scorpions thinking they probably...
Tuesday week.
Tuesday week, yep. Even by the Scorpions thinking they wouldn't have been expecting to win both of them, but he did against yourself and Shane Griffin, who's an exceptional player as well. It was a very good effort by Doug Tuesday week ago.
His game doesn't change a lot, Doug. His game stays very consistent. I'll tell you, it is an interesting little bit of information about these 2 playing at the moment. They're the only 2 players I know that both own a snooker table and an 8-ball table.
Well, there's no excuses
No
for either of them.
Andrew Holloway's got his own snooker room, an own 8-ball table room, and so's Doug Goss.
Well, they're only been outdone by the Pacers, who have now got 1 snooker table and 2 8-ball tables. Fun for all the family at the same time.
And a spa and a jacuzzi.
Yeah, magnificent views when they're home, when they're not away on world holidays. But good luck to them.
Yeah.
It's a very good chance for Rob to really make Marcus pay for.
They're all on, and
I'm sure he would have liked to have got that 8 out a little bit, but anyway, one good positional shot here. That 8 definitely goes into this bottom corner pocket. He's just got to get that white ball, well, pretty much back where it is, I'd say, Jeremy. Would be perfect. Oh, he's definitely got a good chance at it.
That's an extremely good chance.
Yeah.
It's safe as houses.
It's one of those
just
shots.
Play it straight in.
You pretty much can only hit the ball where it's going to go in anyway. And
we're actually sitting behind it, so we'll be able to tell you straight away.
He's
all
over.
In. Oh,
that's a great finish by Rob
that's
McCauley.
A great shot. That's
great
a fine
finish.
shot. He didn't. I don't know if it was nerves or what, but he didn't muck around hitting that ball either.
No.
He punched it in the hole.
He wasn't too worried about lining it up for long. He just seen it and hit it.
Tony Cannon over giving Phil Dando some umpiring advice, I see.
Phil takes any advice very well, he does.
We've got Nick Verschaw up now playing Chris Daly.
Yes, we've already mentioned you, Shell.
Yes, we mentioned you as a reserve. When do you come in? When do you come in, Shell? You'll come in next round, I'd say.
I don't know. Trip hasn't decided yet, so.
Would only be fair for you to drop your husband.
Yeah.
Bring yourself in.
I'll drop him when I get home.
Well, snake catcher Chris Daly.
Yes.
Owns his own reptile rescue business as well as works out of EZ.
He could have that on his own.
Yeah, not too many like to play with obviously our snakes in Tasmania. I think we've got 3 in the top 10 deadliest snakes in the world.
Yeah, there's no snakes around here that bite you and it doesn't hurt.
I was doing the gardening actually last Saturday and pulling up some plants and that, and the blue tongue decided to pop his head out on me. And
they always startle you, don't they?
Said a few good words to him.
Yeah, good to see legs.
Yeah, that's actually what I was looking for. It's a nice break. Didn't get a ball down. Nick's a very good potter. Very. Went away with Nick Verschaw on my first stateside, Nigel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Had the pleasure of sharing a room with Nick. I got the cupboard all to myself. He just
Nick doesn't take up much room.
Doesn't take much.
No. Played exceptionally well on Tuesday night as well, Nick Verschaw, 4 out of 4.
Yeah, solid play.
Played some very solid players in that 4 games as well.
Doesn't mind having a dip.
He loves having a dip. He's
and he doesn't mind cutting the ball either.
No, he can play all the shots. That's a lovely shot by Nick. He's fine.
He'll power this in onto them.
Yeah, well,
he's got the angle.
Choice to,
I think he's got an angle. He's got the angle to
into
power. He's going into him.
He is too.
Oh, hey, that's. Oh, that's.
Didn't help him as much as he would have liked.
That's a little bit unfortunate.
It is.
Tell you what, all the yellows are there though. Chris Daly's a very good potter also.
He's just got to get an opportunity, doesn't he?
Oh wow.
That's.
It's actually not a bad leaf.
It's actually. He hasn't done himself much favour with those 2 reds.
If he's not on the left-hand red down near the bottom, if he's not on that, on that yellow, it's not a bad leaf. But you're right, he's done himself no favours.
Well,
the
he's
time
got the option to go for the one up in Bork.
Is he on?
Just to roll over.
Is he on?
It certainly looks like he's on the bottom, on the top, bottom left.
Yeah, he's on this. Sorry, he's on this one.
Yeah, no, he's okay. Plenty of options for Chris at the moment. Yeah, it's a good start.
It's actually a big win, that last one by Rob McCauley beating Marcus Jackson, because let's face it, Marcus Jackson is renowned as being one of their strong dependable players.
He's a
Oh, Douglas. Douglas.
I think he might have even ended up with a touching ball in that scenario. They're having a look at it. This is up to the other end of the table to.
It's a nice shot by Chris. I
Yeah.
think a bit of an angle to cut this one. Oh, he
Yeah.
can take the one in the middle, but he'll take the cut in.
Yeah, he's got either. Both middle pockets are at his beckoning there. Possibly even like to take the one in balk and come and take the one on the right hand middle. And if he can get position on the one in the left hand middle, and then he can run the one down over the top of the black into the corner. And
the one in balk, though, you just got to do that little bit careful you don't go in off.
You do, yeah.
Like just a little bit of bottom or stun, and it'll shoot right. It'll go close to the middle hole. Oh, or unless he misses it, it won't go near the middle hole.
Well, it was never going near the middle if you missed the pot. That's Murphy's Law for you. Nick get both balls out? Yes, he will. That's a good shot by Nick. He's
good shot. Well, that puts pressure on.
It has
puts pressure on Chris now, because the only thing that we can't tell from where we're sitting, does that black go down the rail? I don't think it does.
No, it certainly doesn't look like it on the monitor, and it doesn't look like it on the table either.
But that yellow that's on top of the black does.
Certainly does, yes. Yeah.
Andrew Holloway didn't play too bad of a shot then, because he actually closed the hole for the black. The black couldn't jacky off the yellow now on the other side. So Doug's going to have to come up with something now to take this frame away from him.
That's a good shot by Chris. Always awkward cueing when you're hard up on the cush, as he was on that particular shot. You can only get a third of the white ball. Nice positional shot by Doug.
I think Doug wants to get the white Nelly down to his
this
bottom rail. He wants to get it because it gives him an option to double or middle or.
He's got a chance to come off 3 cushions. I don't know if that black would go in the bottom corner underneath the red near the black spot, but he'd certainly have a chance to get around it off 2, possibly 3 cushions.
Dipper's definitely going to run this ball in the middle. Chris is going to run this ball in the middle. Take the top one, run the other yellow down.
Yeah, I'd be taking that one off the black last, I think, at this moment in time.
The only problem in doing that is that once he punts the one in the middle and the one up the top.
Doug's just underhit that a bit. If he had have just give that a bit more, he would have gave himself an excellent chance to put the black into the opposite bottom corner pocket.
Chris is going to take this one obviously now, because but mind you.
No, I think he should now.
No, I think. Say that a bit louder.
I wouldn't be laying that yellow up. I'd be trying to find it, because Nick will have a crack at it.
100%.
He will.
If he doesn't have a go at this, he's.
Well, I've got a meal waiting for me as we speak, Jeremy. So I might have to love you and leave you for a minute and grab a bite. We'll see if we can't find someone else to jump onto the microphone and.
Well, he hasn't left an easy jacky, but I think he's got half a pocket.
Yeah, he's certainly got half a pocket.
I'm right behind this shot, so we can actually see this better than the monitor.
He could just about take the one over the can now, or just a touch of swerve would certainly get round there.
And
looks like he's going to do. Yep, he's going for the one over the can and just drift up, and then the red ball into the middle with. No, he just couldn't quite get enough onto it. And another good chance for Chris Daly to punish him.
Chris has got to definitely take the one near the black spot. Just make it nice and easy. But then again, it's the same story. He's got to, when he does it, if he gets onto the black's got to go down.
That's right.
Black's got to go down.
The black's
it's
where it's sitting. It's unless you're right behind it, it's not going to be an easy shot.
These tables. Oh. I don't know if it's a
Oh, Doug Goss has just played a triple.
triple.
He's certainly not afraid of playing doubles and triples.
Oh, Nigel, you go and eat your
Yeah,
tea.
I'll go and have this tea and I'll
Come back.
see you all shortly. Thank you.
Well, that was Nigel Barker, my fellow teammate from the Hobart Workmen's Niners. Now you're only left with me. Nick's definitely going to have a crack at this. Big hole up the top for that black to go straight in under the yellow. Cannot see Nick missing this. Maybe I'm wrong. Things don't seem to be going the way of the wagon lately. I mean, Doug tripling a black and yeah, you can. Well, the last match of the set between Cyril Triffett and Andrew Triffitt's about to start. Things are not going obviously the way of the wagon tonight. There's only obviously one match left to go in the set after this. I don't know if they're going to follow on. I think they might hold off for a while until this match finishes and then start the second round. Nice easy black for Chris. Oh wow. I can't call anything at the moment. I think too many weird stuff's happening. Just when you think things are over. This could be a turning point actually. I mean, if Nick can win this and Andrew wins against Cyril, you know, 3-5, you're not looking that bad. Can he make redemption?
I said before the night started, he's the key in the first set because he never wins in grand finals.
Chris Daly.
No, I haven't heard anything.
Put it on. I need one of them.
Mate?
I'm only going out.
They're going to be finished in a minute. There'll be nothing to talk about in 5 minutes.
They'll go straight on, I reckon. No, they won't go straight on, but I mean, I'll put Chris Nair on. That can. Chris Nair will give you some nice special comments.
Nice black. Nice black by Chris Daly.
Redeemed himself with a very simple black that he missed.
Yes, he'd be very happy that went in after missing the first one.
I'll leave Chris Nair with you to commentate with you to this last match of the set. Vital that the captain comes through here and wins it.
Absolutely. The last thing the wagon need is for Triff to drop this game. So I can't see that happening. I don't reckon Sid's going to get a shot somehow. I reckon he'll play this and let the white run around the table a little bit. And what would I know? I'm not sure. I think the black will go in 5 of the 6 pockets. So we'll just see what Triff's going to do with his position. Okay, he's giving Cyril Triffett the opportunity to come to the table on reds. For those who don't know, Cyril's been around an awful long time. He looks after our state juniors. Very, very good with the young blokes and girls. I'm not sure what what his plan is. We'll just have to wait and see how it pans out, I think. So there's no action on the other table at the moment. This is the last game of the first set, and we'll just wait for this to finish before we start again. Not sure what Andrew will do here. He'll probably try to limit the damage. I don't think he'll go for a big shot. He'll probably play percentages and try to leave Cyril as hard as possible and promote the yellow perhaps a little bit closer. Oops. Oh, he's given Cyril an opportunity here, so gee, Cyril's made a little bit of a meal of that. Look for the shadows on the table. That almost looks like a touching ball. And he's given Andrew another opportunity. So we've got the first game of the second set underway on the other table now, and Johnny Leonard, Wagon and Horses, has broke the balls, got a couple of yellows and set the black right over the can. Good hit by Andrew to hit the yellow there, but he's not left it in a great position. So Johnny's taken the yellow balls on table one. That's a nice shot by Andrew Triffett, running the yellow up. That's a nice black. So Andrew just closing out the first set, and that gives the Claremont Scorpions a 6-2 lead at the change. Sammy Thurgood playing Johnny Leonard on table one. Both players are going to have to come up with a plan to get their balls out of the pocket where the black is, and it'll be interesting to see how they go about it.
So it was a good win, obviously, by Andrew to come back and get it back to 6-2.
Yes, it was.
It's not looking good for the state team champions at the moment, but hopefully they can turn it around this set. I mean, we've seen many finals start off where someone gets a massive lead, but then soon comes back.
Yeah, that's right,
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Definitely not over by a long shot.
And if there's one side you don't want to give a sniff, it'll be the Wagon. They will never say die. Sam's played a deliberate foul there, trying to cover that pocket and buy a bit of real estate, but he hasn't quite got the read in far enough. So. It's a bit cool with that door open.
Chris Reeman breaking off against Stuart Percy. This table, Nelly sent the white ball off the table. Doesn't mind giving him a good old whack, Chris, to get him going.
He doesn't hold back.
Did the black ball go there from the break, Chris?
Yes, it did, Jez. Johnny broke, potted two yellows, and yeah, the black sat over the can.
Probably would have preferred it to go in from the break and have a re-rack.
Yes, possibly. didn't matter which colours he chose. There was always going to be at least one ball in that hole that's going to be trouble to get back out. So.
Obviously, Sam had that ball covered enough.
Yep.
Sam's got a lot of work to do in that bottom corner pocket to extract those balls before Johnny gets his one ball out, though.
Yes, he's going to need to play some really good positional pull to get those 3 balls out of there.
I think he's just going to entrap this bottom red. Just squeeze it off the rail. It'll soon pop down over the hole.
Oh. Yep.
Or play it straight on and give him 2 and not even have it in his way.
Yep, at least he's cleared the hole, but
he's left a gap.
He has, and Sam's a very solid player. He'll study the table and come up with a plan to get himself out of trouble here. On the other table, I don't even know if it's closed yet.
Chris just updating the scoreboard. 6-2.
Yep. Stuart Percy just closed that table on table 2 by potting a red. So the Wagon on reds, Claremont RSL on yellow. Probably a bit stiff that fell in. I reckon he might have been playing to sit it over the hole, but anyway.
I think the pace and the position that he was looking for, the wide, he's definitely playing for it to sit over the hole. I think this one will be sitting. Maybe not. Very hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah.
Sure, he loves to have a dip. Yeah. As we were alluding to Nick Verschoor before, Nick doesn't hold back.
No, absolutely not. If they're there, he'll have a crack.
Stuart Percy's probably in the same bloodlines.
Yes, definitely.
Tends to have a go if they're there or not. Sam's going to be playing this double to go underneath the yellow.
Yep.
And got a good enough hole underneath it to squeeze it out. And if that's the case, if he clears that hole, he's only got to pot the bottom red and take the top one.
He'll definitely play this with a bit of pace because he'll want to get the yellow out. So,
that's a great
that
shot.
is a top shot.
And was so unlucky not to clear that. And the yellow's on.
Yeah.
Yellow's on, red's not.
Yeah.
I can see Sam face cutting this and pushing the yellow over near the black. As long as he doesn't get the double kiss.
Yep.
As long as he doesn't get the double kiss, I think that's what he's just looking at. If he plays through it, he'll push the yellow over onto the. Doesn't want to lock the black up though.
Yeah, he can't really afford to go up the table because he'll give Johnny a chance to get the yellow out that's close to the black. Well,
it's a good shot.
That is a good shot. He's opened up the red enough to pot and
good shot.
Left Johnny's pretty stiff.
Johnny's just. That red's pretty hard on that top rail. I think John here, he can either just roll the ball onto the rail as a container or go and kick the other yellow out off the side rail and just move it.
Yeah.
Get it out of there. These aren't working. That's a good attempt.
That was a very good shot by Johnny Leonard. Unlucky not to get that one.
Or lucky if he did get it.
Well, lucky, yeah. That's what he was trying to do. So.
Got to say thanks to Q Sports. Q Sports Tasmania, sorry, for coming down to live stream this event for us. It is our in southern Tasmania. This is one of our premier grand finals. B grade and C grade are all played next Tuesday night here at the Hobart Workmen's Club. If anyone would like to come in, have a meal and watch the games.
Yeah, it's a really great place to come and have a meal and watch a bit of 8-ball or play a bit of 8-ball if that's what you want to do. Good meals, good service.
Fantastic. The kitchen, since they've they've done up the kitchen, and Ben Smith's come on board as the chef. Chris is in a good position here to not leave many balls on the table after this visit, and he's got a bit of safety.
Yep, he's the two near the black don't look good, but they'll both go once he gets onto them. So
Chris is a great player, has been for quite a while now, and he's still only 24.
I thought you were talking about me until you mentioned the age, but anyway.
No, he's not a master yet. Sammy's he's got no positional worries here, Sammy. He's only got to just make sure he gets the pot.
Yep, he's just got to pot that red, and the black's a dolly.
Knowing these tables, I do know Chris has made short work of this, landed on every single one of them perfect. It's not looking good for the wagon here. It's looking like an 8-2.
Well, he could have done better, but he shouldn't have too much trouble with it. And
this is definitely looking like an 8-2 to the wagon.
Absolutely. Yep. Well done by Chris Forsyth to clear the table there, and Sam's just got to make sure he doesn't do anything silly with this and just drop the black in.
Sam will not do anything silly with this.
Yep.
Very solid.
Very solid. So the Scorpions now jump away to an 8-2 lead in a race to 17.
Played many games of 8-ball with Sam to know that he's quite a very solid player, and he loves finals.
Yeah, he relishes in the pressure. Yeah. He sweats a little bit, the big fella, but he loves it.
Not at work, he doesn't. And up next we got Luke playing Grundy. I was a bit surprised they wouldn't have brought Shell in as their reserve player for Grundy. Shell's actually been hitting them really well. She played last night in our race to 15 for the final, and played quite well.
Yeah, it's, I'd say the only reason perhaps is that they just want some consistency in the first couple of sets and see what happens. But yeah, you've got to be a little bit proactive sometimes if things are not going your way, and probably make some changes to force something to happen. But anyway, Andrew's got the job in front of him. Luke's quite an accomplished snooker player, and that translates to a reasonably good 8-ball player. So
Paul Miller playing Mel Appleby on table 1, about to break off. Let's see if he gives us a good old sledgehammer. It's actually a nice break. Yellow down, and they look good. Actually, they look very good.
I know Paul reasonably well, and he'll be seething underneath after missing out on a win in the first set. So he'll be very, very hard to beat in this frame, regardless of what happens.
I would say go yellows here, wouldn't you, Chris? I'd say they look.
Yeah, I think so.
I think if he's only one on the far right hand side yellow as we look at it. And I mean, if he drops this one in the bottom, he'll sit right straight on it. Yeah. Take it into the middle. The middles are fairly open on these tables. He's not holding back. He's landed on it.
Yeah,
he can even take it to the top.
He's got options.
Take it to the top. Goes past the red on the right hand side rail. If he takes it to the top, every single ball's here and it's on.
I think if he manages to drop that one in Jeremy, I don't think there'll be too many yellows left.
He's having a good look. It's definitely on our
monitor. On the screen that it will go past there. But, these tables do have a little bit of a tail on them. They will roll just a little bit depending on how firm he strikes it.
I don't think he'll be hitting this too soft. No, great
pace. Should be just enough.
That's a great pace.
Yep. So left-hand ball in the centre pocket, Jeremy, and then down the rail.
Take the one down the rail, take the other over into the centre. Other one up the top, stun it back for the black. Good night. Yep. Mind you, Paul isn't a fast player, so this could still take 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, there's every chance of that. Every chance.
He's definitely an old 45-second man, but or time foul man.
Lukey Webb's just potted his first yellow. He's got a couple of tight balls, but Luke's not afraid to run the white ball around for position. So whilst they might look tight to me, he can make them look easy.
Paul lost the white there a little bit, but I mean he's actually opened the ball down the rail now. He doesn't have to get perfect position. I think he'll still be taking it. I think he'll be taking the one down the rail and just cruising into the red.
From my perspective, if you take that one down the rail, you've got two balls to get position on. And
I don't know what Luke was trying to do then.
He obviously trying to pot it because he hit it too hard for anything else, but he missed it by a fair bit.
That's a comfortable lead for Paul. Yellow over the bottom pocket. Still a lot of work to be done on reds. Mel played very well on Tuesday night for the Wagon to qualify to come into the final.
Yep, and it's an understatement to say that the Wagon really need to win these couple of frames. Get the scoreboard ticking over in their direction.
Just don't want to see double figures too early in a match. No one would have thought that this would be the scoreline so early.
No, to be honest, I thought it would be at best 5-3 one way or the other, but most likely 4-all. And I was talking to a couple of guys the other day, suggested that it potentially could be a draw in a best of 7 playoff, but it's not looking quite that way at this stage, but it's only early.
The only thing it can do is leave more time for drinking in the evening, if it does finish early.
for some to celebrate and for some to drown their sorrows.
Like I've always said, either the beer can taste like honey or vinegar.
Well, this is a replay of last year's grand final, and last year the Wagon were successful, so maybe the tables are turning.
Go, Funky!
Paul having a good look at the yellows. I think it's fairly straightforward, Jeremy. The yellow near the black, you drop down onto the bottom yellow. Unless he's going to try and get through the gap, but I can't tell on our screen if it'll go.
He's just going to play a soft Jackie.
Yep.
Good
and did a really good job of that.
He's going to be jacking up a little bit to bring it back around. It's hard to tell if that yellow goes in the middle, but I think it does.
Yes, I think it does, mate. That red's a little bit apart from where I'm sitting. I've got a slightly better angle, and I think it will easily go past.
Actually, he's even got the angle, and he can hit the yellow fine, go up the left-hand side rail, and play it in the top or the middle.
Yep.
Then to drop back down onto the black. I don't think he has to do anything. He doesn't have to overpower anything.
Well, if he does play it fine and just go up
I think because
the left-hand side, he's going to get perfect position on the black.
That's a great extraction by Grundy. If he's on this top red, and it looks like he
must be. He's shaping up to play it. So
if he can pick the gap in between the yellow and black,
as long as he doesn't kick to the right-hand side here, it's not.
It's good. Paul hasn't come up high enough. He's nearly snookered himself. Might have a nick on in the middle. It's too hard on our TV monitors to tell if that is on. Looking at his face, he doesn't. But then again, he doesn't normally show much anyway. But yeah, Paul just didn't leave himself too cleanly on that ball. There's been a lot of missed opportunities of position tonight.
There's a fair bit of pressure out there on the table. So it's not quite the same as playing in a roster game, but
Across our screen, the Australian 8Ball Championships on at the Country Club Casino this year in early October. He was obviously fairly well snookered.
yeah. So I reckon you can expect Webby to probably pot one or maybe one, and then I reckon he'll drop a snooker in to try and get himself 2 shots to close out the game.
He'll pop this bottom one along the rail, kick the one out on the middle rail, in the middle of the rail, and he'll be snookered. They are there though. They are all there, and Luke's a great potter.
And Luke probably doesn't think quite the same as some of us older blokes, but yeah, I would have been thinking more along the lines of get a snooker and get 2 shots probably, and
just make sure of it.
Make certain of it. As I think it's always better to play the percentages in a very vital game. But
well, it's a grand final, and a grand final sometimes you don't have to go for them all the time. You know, you got to play. Unfortunately, we all play a little bit different if we're playing for ourselves. If we're playing for ourselves, you know, you nearly go for everything. Obviously, in a team environment, though, you've got to play the team shots.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, whilst he might go for it, if he gets it, he looks $1 million. If he misses, gives his opposition player an opportunity, that can be
comes back
a bit
and bites.
deflating, you know. And he
like
has
that.
missed that. So,
and the hole's open. Both holes are open.
So it's up to Grundy now to put the pressure on and get this ready.
Paul Miller's in a little bit of trouble.
What's Paul done over on that table, Jez?
Yeah, he's got himself into a little bit of trouble. He's tried to get his yellow ball out and open up the match, and now he's sort of locked it up a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Mel's a pretty cagey player. I mean, she's not going to make it
I would
too easy for her.
very much expect that she will probably drop a snooker here. Grundy's had a crack that to the right top pocket and not quite cut it far enough. So
it's there though, Chris.
it is. It's over the hole. It puts that doubt in Luke's mind.
Like if something goes wrong in Luke's out here, it's there.
Yep. And I think at this point the most critical shot to Luke's going to be the first one.
Yeah, he doesn't want to flick this and knock the yellow up the rail.
He's potted that clean.
He's potted that clean. He's played it pretty well. A little bit of a funny angle for him, but
yeah, he's just got to be careful here. He doesn't leave it on the side rail, so he can't pot it.
The way Mel potted on Tuesday night, she would run these. She'll take the left-hand side one down. The white will kick across.
Yep.
Take the left-hand side one. The white kicks across and gives herself a
She should
out.
get these.
If she goes that way, she might kick into the black. She doesn't want to kick into the black. Oh, things go wrong.
Yeah, so
things go wrong.
Luke's almost made that almost uncuttable, I think.
That's a great shot, Mel.
Come on, Mel.
Oh, little funny angles that Mel's leaving herself onto these reds. Like she's leaving herself little angles that go into.
She's not got perfect position by any means. She's got to, either way, she's got to try to run past the black here.
Yeah, it's good. She takes the left-hand red, punches him with a bit of bottom. She can create more of an angle to come back out for the red. I think that's the only thing she's got really. And don't muck around.
Just need to be careful though. If she flicks the black wrong at the right pace, she'll go in off.
I think she's just got to be confident.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's stretching. But she's got to be confident in this.
Oh, that's a good shot.
She's actually.
That's a good shot. She's.
Even if she doesn't pop there, she's not going to leave Paul much.
True. Interesting to see whether she tries to cut it or whether she doubles it.
I think Mel's more of a cutter. I don't see Mel go for too many doubles. She'd rather put him into a hole. Grundy snookered fairly well behind the black, but he should still hit the. Even if he goes up and hits the red, it's still going to put. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, won't put pressure on him.
No, I think he's. It's a terrific shot by Mel Appleby. Terrific shot. She's a bit unlucky where the white sat, but gee, that was a good pot.
As I said, she's more of a cutter than a doubler. She's a good cutter, so why not cut?
Yep.
Is he going for the reverse snoop? Is he trying to get in up in behind?
He's got it clean as a whistle.
How many times do you see that, Chris, where
if you were trying to do that, you couldn't do it.
Get out of a snooker, you go straight in the hole.
Yeah, gee, that's unfortunate. It's probably sold the farm on that frame.
Wow, replays. Didn't think we were that flash. The technology that Q Sports Tasmania's got now.
Somebody's showing off now. Yeah, good shot. Nice out. Nice finish.
Mel. I thought she would have. I thought she would have just chipped off it and left the yellow very hard.
A great opportunity here to run that yellow down and depends how attacking Paul wants to be.
He will not be going to pot this. I think he's just looking at it just in case it goes in.
Yeah.
There's that angle on that pace. He's going to be bringing it probably back at least to the middle of the table.
Yep.
Well, look, it's going to be pretty safe, even if he drops it. He probably wouldn't want this to go. Got Nick Verschaw coming up for the wagon.
Well, Paul's left the door open just a little bit. That's a tough shot to get the black under it, but I reckon Mel will have a crack at that.
I wouldn't. Would you? I'd just half ball roll off it, snooker. Just don't leave him the nick.
Yep.
I think the cut's too big.
Well, and you've got the risk, I guess, of in off in the top.
Half ball roll off. Don't try and leave him
even
much.
if you don't get the snooker, Jeremy, as long as you keep the white ball on the bottom rail,
and look, it's not.
Won't be able to pot
and as much to what the monitor says that we're looking at here, the yellow's not actually right in the hole. So even if he has to go up and down the table, it's not that simple.
Yeah.
Things can go wrong. I'd rather be doing that, and that's what she's going to do, unless she's going for a double up the top. She might be, but no, exactly. Perfect. Exactly perfect. Now she goes up the top. If he goes up the top table now, it's not a 50-50. It's probably a. And even if he does pot it at the pace he's going to do, is he going to leave himself much? That's a great shot by Mel. That's a
it's a tough one. If you go for the pot and miss, you're in all sorts of trouble. I don't know what he'll do.
If you underhit it, and you miss, you leave her on the black. If you overhit it, you're not going to be on the black.
I think if I was playing the shot, I'd be looking at trying to kiss the cush and the yellow at the same time, and maybe just return the favour and snooker it. But it's a low percentage shot.
Paul won't rush. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Rob McCauley showing a bit of disgust there. That red ball rolled off a long way.
Got a bit of luck there.
And,
good shot.
That's exactly what I called Jeremy. That's the shot I would have been looking at trying to play. And a good result for Paul.
She wants to leave it there, but don't make it touch. She doesn't want touching ball, but leave it there. What do you say, Chris? Leave it there, but not touching ball.
You've got to make him work for it. If you do anything else, he's going to be able to pot the yellow.
You do not want touching ball.
No. Probably just roll it.
Just even into
roll it off into the not too far. I'd be making sure that he had a really difficult pot in any direction. You've got to try to make him waste the first shot and hopefully make a mistake.
No, she definitely can't try to get out of this. Getting out of this is suicide.
Well,
what's she doing?
The odds of getting out of it.
She's going off the corner pocket, is she?
I'm not sure. No, she's not
bad.
Paul's ball a bit safe.
It's not actually.
As long as she hasn't got the foul snooker, I'm not sure.
She hasn't got the foul snooker. Oh, Paul hasn't got the foul snooker. Yeah. No, it's a good shot. It's a good shot. I mean, she's created distance.
The only thing in Paul's favour is if he nicks the yellow over, the black's going to stop the white from running back up the table. So that's.
I know Paul's going pretty well. He hates nicking a ball. Hates nicking a ball and losing control of it.
Yep.
I can see him doing it.
But he's got to be
If he
careful
does
because
a
if
slow shot,
he
he
hits half ball on that yellow or anything fat, he's going to go round the black and probably snooker himself.
Things can go wrong here badly.
Yep. And the tables are not perfect, so that it could just drift us a little bit. What's he done? That's not a bad result, but he's still got some work on that one.
As his team yells out work with it.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to
we're
work
ignoring
with
the game on the other table, which is
It's
Rob
a little bit-
McCauley and Nick Forshaw. Nick Forshaw's coming to the table now on yellow.
Paul's just called timeout while Nick plays his shot. Nick's on yellow, so obviously he's got a small tactical advantage at the moment. What do you do, Chris?
I reckon I'd play that yellow fine with a lot of left-hand side. Just try to leave the yellow over the can and flick the white up to the top rail somewhere and try to leave her with a very difficult shot. But I'm not at the table, so that's not a bad shot either.
It takes away the silly stuff, like the little things that can go wrong, doesn't it?
Yep.
Gives her a bit of distance. So make sure his ball's potable.
There's no easy places to hide there. She's got to strike this and probably leave it, probably try to pot it, I would suggest. It's a big cut, but
She could actually go for the double up the top and leave the white fat on the bottom rail. She's got the angle. Chris?
yeah. Sorry, I was just watching the other table then, Jeremy, but yeah, she could do it. Just
Move the line. But this is also a good option.
she looks like she's going for the left, or our right-hand side of that ball. So
gotta be
that is an awesome effort, but unfortunately
She
she
has not covered it.
she's not covered the hole, and she's left Paul with a.
Has Paul got a full hole?
I think so, Jeremy. Looking at it from here, it's a fair way out.
Yeah.
Nick Forshaw's knocking a couple of the yellow ones in.
Nick's in a great
Nick
position
will
here.
probably go out from here, I'd say. I'll make the call now. I reckon he'll go out.
He's got a little bit of work, but he's
Yeah.
in a good position. He don't, like we spoke about before, he doesn't hold back. Is he going to squeeze this ball? Is he going to cut it for?
And he absolutely loves cutting.
Oh.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Paul's.
Absolutely.
Paul was doing that.
Well, let's be honest, Chris. He absolutely butchered it.
Yep.
So there's no other.
Absolutely. Yep.
There's no other word. There's no other word for it. Poor old Paul, he'd be very disappointed with that. Probably in two minds. Do I hit it at a pace that covers it, or do I hit it at a pace that pots it?
A good black by Mel.
Good black.
That gets the score back to 9-3. And maybe that'll start the wagon off in the right direction. And who have we got up on the next table? Looks like
Doug Goss and Andrew
Doug
Triffett.
Goss, and the captain of the wagon horse is Andrew Triffett. And,
Oh, I don't think that sat nicely for Rob McCauley. By the looks of it, both teams have not brought any of their sub players in. I suppose when you've got a score line like that, it's very hard for the Scorpions to drop any of their players because they're all playing quite well. And obviously the Wagons only got the one sub.
yeah, I spoke to one of the Scorpion team members earlier, and I'm not letting anything out of the bag because we're well and truly into the match, but the intent was not to make any changes, especially if they were going well. They wanted to build up very big foundation to try to finish the night off. After last year's defeat, it's left a bitter taste in their mouth, and they want redemption. So, and at the end of the day, to win finals matches, if you want to play all your players, you sometimes leave yourself open. And,
I think Rob's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Because he's opened up that black now. The yellow's definitely open. I think Nick played the right shot by going that cut in the middle, even though he fouled. But because he didn't open up the game for Rob, kept it nice and tight.
Yep, Rob's got a little bit of thinking to do and some really good execution here to try to keep Nick tied up.
But Rob's still very capable of going out here. He's definitely lining up this double.
Yep, he looks like he's going for it. And
that's
sweet as. So.
And a nice angle to drop off the top rail back down onto the red below the black.
Yep, this frame's up to Rob. It's his if he wants it.
Well, he virtually nearly a similar out in his last match, where he had to do a bit of work travelling up and down. He doesn't mind actually running the white ball, and he controls it quite well.
Dougie's off to a good start on the yellows on the table one.
Oh.
Well, as soon as I pat him on the back, he's let me down. He's duffed that one a little bit, but.
Did you ever play with Doug in the Masters, Chris?
I did actually. I played in Adelaide back in 2010 with Doug. And,
do you think he'll ever come back and have another go at the?
I don't know whether he will or not. He's quite capable.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what his situation is, whether he's got the desire or not. But,
well, he's retired now.
Well, I think he was retired before, really, wasn't he? He was a used car salesman, a new car salesman. They don't do anything. But anyway.
He's going to have to rely on a nice kiss here.
Well,
he's got the kiss, and now he's got to rely on a nice pot.
I'm tipping that at the right pace, this is going to suck into that hole. It won't roll out; it'll roll in, if anything. And
look, they're good potting tables. Out of the two, not that you can tell on screen, but the actual table two that Rob's potting this black on, the pockets are slightly bigger.
Yep.
Obviously, I've played here for the last 12 years on these tables, and I always
know them well.
Always know them pretty well.
Yep.
And table two's got a little bit bigger holes than table one, so and they will take them nicely up the rails.
Whoops.
Not when they hit.
You've got to get them at least close to the hole if you want them to win. But yeah, that one's.
Yeah, when they hit the rail 2 foot up from the hole, they don't go in.
Yep. I guess the fortune for Rob is
he's locked that black up quite well.
Tied it up on the yellow, yes.
Look, Nick,
Nick's every chance to dislodge that. That's exactly what he'll be trying to do.
He's missed it.
Unlucky, he missed it. Has he given himself anything? He can definitely hit the yellow.
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain.
He's going to have to face cut to the other pocket, I would think.
I think you, in a situation like this, you really want to try and get that white ball up behind the balk line on the top rail.
Absolutely, yes. If he's going to leave it anywhere, he's got to leave it as far away from the black as possible with as difficult queuing position as possible.
I don't think this yellow's on, is it? No. And he never...
Dear, it's going to come back down here. It's going to be a pretty straightforward tap in, I would think.
Yeah, this... I think on that case there, you don't focus on actually the yellow, you focus on the white.
Absolutely.
Get the white. Get the white right. Get the white right. So that takes Claremont Scorpions to double figures on 10-3.
Yeah, that's...
well, it's looking a very worrying...
In a race to 17, they need 7 and the opposition team need 14, so that's a big ask. Yeah. I'll stay with you guys until the end of this next frame, which will be the halfway mark, and I'm going to sneak off.
Did remember one year though when the Waratah was playing in a grand final against the Mayfair Bears, and the Mayfair Bears were leading 13-4, and the Waratah came back and beat them 17-15.
Oh dear.
So,
There'd be a few people on suicide watch.
so actually, there's a few players in the Wagon team that were playing for the Mayfair Bears back in those days. Marcus Jackson, Nick Verschaw, and Andrew Holloway.
So for the people out there that are watching, we just popped up the ad for the 2016 8-Ball Championship table. So if you want an 8-Ball table, these are the ones that the best in Australia play on. They'll be only used for a week or so at the Nationals and come with all balls and accessories.
Guaranteed, if there's any damage, they recloth them for you. And no, well, they always guarantee that if you buy Nationals tables.
His chair right beside us here, but
look, they're nice. They're True Line tables. They're major sponsor of obviously Australian Championships. These ones with a bit of a Tasmania flair to them. They've got Tasmanian oak around the rails.
And they will be badged to say that they were used at the Australian National Championships.
And honestly, you would not get a better deal.
And, you know, if you're really desperate, I can sign one for you, but I don't know if that'll add any value. But, no, they're good tables. If you want to play and you want to buy your own table, that's the way to do it.
Well, I brought my True Line table from the last Nationals in Launceston, and I have not. I'm going to recloth it this year before the Nationals, and I haven't reclothed mine in 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah. You won't be disappointed if you buy a quality table to start with. It's when you buy, you try to go budget, and that doesn't mean that people are not sharp about their money, but you get what you pay for.
Mind you, since I've had my 8-ball table, I've never seen a car in my shed since.
That's priorities, Jeremy. That's priorities. So on table 2, we've got Marcus Jackson up against Chris Daly, and Marcus is at the table now.
Good break. Yellows have come out. Only one ball requiring some extraction, but he could actually play the yellow off the red near the hole and open that straight up. I don't think he'll come down here straight away though. I think he'll clean these balls up the top and work towards his towards the black. Like the old saying goes, you work towards your work.
Yes. Okay, so he's nominated yellows on that table, and as Jeremy said, he's going to make a mess of a few of them, I would think, if not all of them.
It's a great shot by Andrew Trifford. I'll call this one now only because I've known Andrew for a long time, and I know how solid he is. This game's over.
He'll just run round off this one, and he'll have options on either ball. So
this game is over. He's found himself in a little bit of an off angle there, but played off the rail. Let's do that. Exactly what I alluded to, Chris. He'd play that off that yellow and open off that red and open it up. And now no ball is, mind you, it is still very close to that red on the bottom right.
The problem he's got is he's probably going to have to clean up the 2 balls at the top first.
Like I said about Andrew Trifford, being as solid as what he is, very confident. Nice clean finish.
A good captain's knock there to pull one back, so the score now runs at 10-4. Marcus Jackson's looking good. He just wants to run through on this just a little bit to get himself a bit of a shot on the other yellow, and then
he's played.
The black just a little bit here, Jeremy.
Look, even if he
Probably
just
only one
touches it,
pass,
it doesn't really matter if he just flicks it a little bit. It might touch it, yeah. Well,
That's no problem for Marcus.
Look,
This game's over.
Marcus had this out structured virtually straight from the break. I mean, let's face it, the guy's Australian representative, Australian captain. He knows what he's up to. He's not going to do anything fancy here. He's not going to try and screw out or anything. He's just going to leave himself a nice... It's a safe cut back into that bottom pocket. He just stunned us in. It's good to see Marcus back playing after having a couple of years off.
I reckon, as you say, I think he's got the right angle just to stun this, and just he'll probably even cannon into the red and just move the red, leave the white there.
Well, he went into it a lot harder than I thought to not get anywhere. But like I said, this cut back in, it's a safe cut. It's a safe cut. Les Ali's brought himself in to play as one of their.
Yep, so that's the first
I
sub
shouldn't
of
say
the night, isn't it?
it's first sub of the night, but in saying that, Les Ali is their captain.
Yes.
That's a nice solid finish by Marcus,
Yep.
and something that they need. Give them a little bit of a pep.
Absolutely. The last thing we want to see is it turn into a whitewash, so we want the Wagon to fight back and make it a really competitive night, especially for our viewers watching.
That was a nice out. And like I said before, it's good to see him back playing. I mean, I know he's got massive work commitments, and obviously now travelling commitments because living down Ewanville way.
Yep, and I hope that I'm not sure he's going to play on the Eastern Shore roster. I think he's going to have a spell, but hopefully he'll try out for the stateside this year. I haven't spoken to him about it, I don't know, but
I don't think he is this year.
it's very, for someone like Marcus, it's very hard with the way that the tryouts are structured. He's got to give up at least 3 weekends. And he's a young fellow with trying to set himself up in life. So
Well, he's got a good management position within the company he works for, so. Wow.
But you know, Les has been drinking.
Yeah, so we just had a very favourable comment from Les Higgins. Good day to Les. Hopefully we can keep you entertained.
Better than listening to nothing. Or if you want to listen to nothing, just turn down your volume.
Absolutely, yeah. It's you might not like what we say, or you might think we're a couple of snags short of the party, but at least you've got someone to listen to.
And we won a close grand final,
Yeah.
like what we thought it would be.
To be honest, at the moment, I don't feel any pressure in the air. I don't see too much.
Yeah, the Wagon don't look
A
concerned.
bit flat. I think it's going to come down to the Claremont RSL. If they become complacent with that lead, they'll lose it. Lose the lead. That's no doubt about that.
They look very comfortable, but then again, so do the Wagon. It's not like.
I mean, the Wagon are a very, very good side under pressure. Evident from the state teams. They came from 4th position to get a victory there, so you can't write them off.
Andrew High definitely needs this win to at least make it 4-all for this set. So have you updated the scores? Yep. We got Sam Thurgood to kick off our 3rd set, playing Johnny Lennon. Gee, I'll tell you what, Chris, I was just thinking you wouldn't want to start counting up the state representatives in this, both teams. There's quite a fair few of them, isn't there?
Yes, both teams are strongly represented with state players. I think there's only probably
Small.
2 or 3 maybe in the Wagon that aren't state players or have been state players at some point in time. And gee, if you look at
Well, I'm looking at your Wagon side, and I'm only seeing one person. Sorry, not even one, because Mel's represent. No, it's Stuart Percy.
Grundy and
Oh,
Perce.
Stuart Percy and Grundy, yeah, the only 2.
And,
But mind you, Grundy has represented a lot because he's been to a lot of
absolutely,
nationals.
yeah,
He supports his wife quite well.
He's
Supports his
actually
wife
played
well.
in the singles a few times. He was pretty stiff a couple of years ago to draw a Rusty Wheeler straight up.
Yeah.
But that's unfortunate. But
He loves going though. He loves the socialising part of the nationals. And plus he loves 8-ball. Loves 8-ball in general.
and you look at the Claremont side in the 8 that they've got in this set. There's only probably Chris Daly that hasn't represented. And I'm going out on a limb there. I don't think.
Luke.
No,
and Luke.
Fantastic.
And Luke
Oh, and Luke. Well, yeah, I forget Luke because he's such an accomplished snooker.
has represented Tasmania many times in snooker.
And is very, very keen this year for the tryouts. So
He's got a free card by got a free entry into the stateside by qualifying by coming runner-up to Wayne Elliott in the singles.
Actually, that's a sore point for you and I. We both got knocked out in the semis, but we got a state card out of it anyway.
We both did get knocked out in semis, but I suppose that's what happens, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Wayne played exceptional in the final. Exceptional.
A week before in the Masters, Wayne actually knocked me out in the final as well. So he's been playing really well. And I think, he's definitely was leading the wagon in their averages for the season.
And
unfortunately at work this weekend, so couldn't be here.
Yeah, I said that before. He's away transporting refugees.
Yes. Yeah.
He works in and out of, mainly out of Christmas Island.
Yep.
Interesting job he's got, taking him around. A lot of hours on planes.
Yes.
But
he likes his own company.
it's either that or learn the language.
The trouble is you don't know which language to learn. Good break there by Sam. He's dropped the reading.
That's a great break by Sam.
Opportunity to choose what he wants and go from there.
I think he's gonna go red still, because I think
definitely take reds with the right hand bottom corner's got that yellow gradient.
and he can extract that yellow easy enough. Yeah, definitely be going reds. Yellows look nice though.
Against Marcus Jackson,
He's got to make sure of it.
he's got to really do the job here because if he gives Marcus a sniff, the yellows are not that bad apart from the hard one, and if Sam does 3 reds.
Yeah, exactly what I thought. I thought he'd stay with the reds, but look, Sam's definitely not going to. He's played hundreds of games, if not thousands of games with Marcus. He knows what to expect if anything goes wrong. He won't be hanging himself though, Sam. He knows what to play and what not to play.
Yep. Probably not exactly where he wanted to leave himself, but
Represented Northern Territory before he moved down here in 2002 and become a Tasmanian.
yep.
Had a little baby boy, Jacob, with Sarah. And obviously been the manager here for 7 or 8 years, so I'd say he's pretty well cemented himself in Tasmania now. And I think he's represented us 5 or 6 times.
Yes, I would say at least 5. I'm sure if you mention it to Sammy, he'll tell you exactly how many. He doesn't mind telling you that sort of stuff, but he's a very, very solid player, Sam. And as I say, that is George the Red.
You love putting the commentator's curse on them. Marcus has only got 1 ball really here to work out.
He's fortunate enough to have a couple of balls where he's going to have an opportunity to try to get it out if he wishes, or he could leave himself and double it back the other way. Someone's left the door open. I've got my mother-in-law's breath on my back. It's freezing cold, but
Never. Hobart's warm. Just like to thank TasQ Sports for live streaming Andrew Saltmarsh for coming down from Launceston to live stream this for us, and the Hobart Workmen's Club is the major sponsor for Southern Tas 8Ball Association.
yeah, well, coming down from Launceston to screen this is a bit akin to probably coming from Mount Buller to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Not distance-wise, I'm talking temperature-wise.
But he loves it.
I might start looking for
A commentator.
another commentator to take my spot, actually. Unfortunately, I've got to go back to the hospital with my partner.
Yeah, I hope everything's okay there, Chris.
Yeah, should be fairly okay. Yeah.
This match is really poised at the moment. I mean, a couple of wins here by the Wagon will really lift some spirits and get them right back into this final.
That's the advantage. Sorry to cut you off, but that's the advantage of the Wagon being the away side. They get their top 2 players to play 4 games in a row, which that makes it it gives them an opportunity to get back in the match, but also it cuts you to pieces if you don't succeed.
Oh, that didn't quite work out well for Marcus.
No, Marcus tried to get that ball out off the rail, but unfortunately didn't quite get it right. Kicked the red. Les on the other table was just trying to buy a bit of real estate, but
well, Les Alley's their captain, and so he's obviously seen that himself, that he's come in to play. Cyril, I think.
Ah, yes.
Cyril Triffett.
That would have been a plan, I reckon.
Les Alley hasn't had a great year this year. He's
No,
only
but,
shot about 28%.
I know his stats.
It's not a great year at all, which is so unusual for him,
Yep,
because
absolutely.
Les is a very accomplished and steady player. And Les has played state before, back
Yep.
in the late 80s.
Yeah. And last year he was very, very high up in the rankings, and he played exceptionally well.
I'm not sure if he's had some issues because he's had laser eye surgery.
He
had
has
some issues
Yep.
with he's getting the balance right. Not to go into too personal details though, but I mean, I think obviously the eyes are a very important part of
But
playing.
he did comment to me earlier that the laser surgery wasn't 100%, but it was very good, and it's a lot better to go that way than to try to play in bifocals, because it's very awkward.
Yeah. I must admit, when he did get it done a couple of years ago, I didn't recognise him when I first seen him. I hadn't seen him for a while.
Holes just knocked that red in with a lot of backspin,
Great shot,
which
Holes.
he's not famous for, and left himself a red down the rail.
I think he's in a good position here. If he runs this red in, he'll miss the bottom of those two yellows, and he'll pop out for the black.
Yes, I don't think position is not an issue if he plays at the right pace. I think the critical thing is to pot the red.
I think he's just got to give it 100% and go for it. Can't afford to dribble
Obviously,
these.
if it doesn't go and it kicks out along the rail, it's not going to be good.
Don't want to be dribbling this. It's a nice pace. Honestly, it was actually, he played it at a great pace. It's just
He did everything right
missed it.
but pot it.
Yeah, just missed it.
Yep. So he's given Les an opportunity. See what he does.
Sam has given Marcus
Yes,
another opportunity.
Marcus is looking fairly healthy here. He's just got to work out a way of getting on his next ball, and I'm sure he's got a plan. And you couldn't have done much better.
Sam's in a lot of trouble. Sam probably shouldn't have give him another opportunity, or at least if he did, not an easy opportunity.
I think, to be fair, Sam could just about rack his cue.
Sam's over there shaking his head and very upset with himself. He prides himself on being a solid player, Sam, and I've played enough 8-ball with him to know that he is a solid player.
Marcus has got perfect position on that yellow to run through on it a bit, and he'll have a pretty straight shot in the middle. Holes got a bit of a snooker on his hands.
Well, Colloway's I think just kick it and remove it from that corner. There's 2 minutes. Oh, that's absolute. Marcus has played that absolutely perfect. Yep. This will lift the spirits of the wagon. Looks like they're coming back to 10-6, guys.
10-6, and Marcus will be up in the next frame somewhere too. So, Holes had a little bit of luck there, and he's got the red out. Sometimes
so having Holloway as a changeover between the end of the second set and the start of the third set, do you think that's a good thing? Has Andrew had a really good season this year?
He's probably had better seasons, but he has been solid towards the end of the season, so he's come good at the right time.
That's good. Played well in state teams?
Yes, yeah.
Obviously the wagon winning our state teams have been here only about a month and a half ago.
Yes, he put in a fairly solid performance across that weekend, as did the rest of the side, but yeah.
I mean, let's face it, when you play the away side, you always try and structure E and F to be quite a solid pairings, because you know they're playing 4 games in a row.
Les has set his yellow up over the can and left holes with another snooker to negotiate. It shouldn't, not hard to get out of it, but it's going to be hard to get.
Before the starting of the third set, and I'll put you back on to Andrew, Nigel Marker.
Yeah, don't be too long because I've got to go. Don't be too long, I've got to go. Yeah, I'll wait for you. So welcome Nigel back in the chair while Jeremy goes and has a fag, I guess.
Yep, thank you, Chris. Good to be back. To see the Wagon are getting a couple more wins up, making a closer game of it.
Yep, they needed to come up with a couple of wins to try to keep the scoreboard pressure on and get themselves back in the match, because the Scorpions did get away to a good start and created a fair break.
They did.
But, I guess every frame's a key frame, but Les has an opportunity here, and it would consolidate their lead.
We're not exactly where he wanted it, but I'm sure Les can take that one over the can and get back out for the one he's touching at the moment. He's played that well.
Yeah, he's done well. He's done well. He's just got to negotiate this ball and, well, almost anywhere on the table for the top yellow. And Lukey Webb is for the Scorpions playing Nick for sure on table 2. Luke at the table at the moment.
Yeah, one good positional shot by Les. Never easy to get position when they're that close to the pocket, are they, though, Chris?
Yeah, you got to be very careful that when you flick this, I'm not sure what he could be quite straight on that, to be honest. He might have a bit of trouble. Oh no, he's executed that well. It's a straightforward shot, but under the circumstances, with the red out in the open, there's a little bit of pressure there, because there'll be a bit of doubt in his mind. If he misses this, he's probably gone. But
absolutely, they're always easy to miss on a grand final.
That's a very, very solid win by the captain, Les Alley, and that lifts the Claremont RSL to 11-6. Back onto table 2, we've got Luke Webb on the Reds. He's just tried to set that red over the can and leave Link in a very awkward spot.
Yes. It's not the best looking situation for Nick at the moment.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think he'll run this ball, probably try to run it down inside his other yellow and try to get position to promote his on the left of screen, probably promote that yellow ball to buy that pocket.
Yeah, difficult to see whether it passes the red.
Yeah, I don't think he can pot it, Nigel. I think all best he could do is get it in the way. It's one of those shots, if you try to be too cute, you could hit it just a fraction too hard and not cover anything.
That's right, and that could be good night nurse.
So Nick, probably rightly so, looking into this pocket where at least he can cover 2 of his opponent's balls, and that's not a bad effort. It's going to force him to play up the table. Probably knowing Luke, I would not be surprised if he doesn't double this red back down into the left-hand closest pocket to us. But
yeah, well, with his snooker background, he likes playing 12-foot shots.
Yeah, he does. Definitely doesn't scare him. So he's a confidence player. So Luke and Nick, that's the first game of the 3rd set, and I haven't got the names for the other table, but obviously it's Chris Reeman, sorry Chris, and he'll most likely be playing Andrew Holloway. So So at the moment we've got Wagon with a couple of older, shrewder heads on the tables, and the Scorpions with a couple of young guns.
That's it. People would like to say you can't beat experience. Well, I'm sure Chris and Luke would like to prove that theory wrong.
Yes, yep, sure will, or would like to. Oh, nice shot by Luke, but he's pretty much touching that yellow, but it shouldn't affect his shot on the red. He can still clearly hit the red. And I'll just say good night, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for listening, and good luck to both sides, and Jeremy's back.
Wasn't gone too long. Just
No,
a quick,
you didn't miss
break.
too much.
Quick break. Still watched Les Alley pot out. Nice finish by Les.
It was a good finish by Les.
Played it quite smart. Kept teamwork. Great. Oh, great pot by Luke, but ended up totaling himself.
Yeah, that's quite ugly, isn't it? I'd be surprised if he does anything but just touch this yellow and say to Nick, well, there you go, mate, take your two. Looks like we're drawing a raffle, ladies and gentlemen. It's for the Southern Tasmanian 8Ball Tasmania 2016 major fundraising raffle.
And can I draw out my own name, please, Phil Dando? 3, 2, 1. I think 3, 2, 1's the best way of doing it.
Here we
Very
go.
upset if I pulled my name out now. Just better make sure I get one. Brad R.
Brad
The
R.
phone number. Don't know who that is, but we'll soon give him a phone call and we'll find out.
He's
That's
going to be
third
happy with
place.
that. That's
Orange
two
A-
cartons of Bogues.
A29. Don't do it on the stream. And number 2 in the rise is worth what, Nigel?
3 Bogues cartons.
Who's SR?
Steve Royal.
Steve Royal. Well, he'll enjoy those.
He
And the
certainly
lucky
will.
last. And
First prize,
is
5 cartons of Bogues.
cartons. There you go. I've got to find mine. I'm trying to.
Oh, there you go,
braille
30
here.
packs.
I'm trying to braille the tickets. Well, if that SR is Steve Royal, what's Steve Royal again? 7 cartons of Bogues to Steve Royal.
Not bad for a fellow who doesn't drink.
E17 and E28, but that obviously means he brought a fair few tickets. So, congratulations, Steve Royal.
Absolutely. We'll be round there with the cartons.
And help you drink them.
Absolutely.
Steve
Thank
Royal
you.
plays for one of our teams out of the Hobart Workmen's Club. So he plays B grade.
Steve Royal's going to be one of my teammates in the Super Fives this season coming up.
That's a great shot by Luke. It's going to require another great shot by Luke.
He's a very good QS, Luke. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he just puts
The
this
orange
one
ticket was first out, so number 3.
straight into the
Second
top
was,
corner pocket.
Number E28 and third. So you can only say congratulations to Steve Royal. Obviously 7 cartons of beer, but I mean if you buy a lot of tickets, that was one of our major fundraisers for 8Ball Tasmania. Quite a fair few tickets in that, Nigel.
There was.
I brought a few tickets in it.
Yeah, I think I got a few of them as well. You seem to get lumbered with them every week sometimes. That was a great shot by Luke, and he's absolutely perfect. This is certainly getting the Claremont RSL within grasp of victory now.
Oh.
He has.
That is a.
Yeah, uncharacteristic.
No, that was a replay of Andrew Grundy, one of his other games. Was that played? Nick was
Well, Nick has got a chance here that he certainly didn't expect, and
been a few blacksmiths tonight, I must say. I mean,
the pressure is on.
those two yellows are bound up a bit.
They are. It's difficult to tell, but no, I don't think he's got much of an opportunity to.
I think if he just drops this in, he'll create the angle.
Yeah,
into
drop
a
this in and
natural.
leave it close to the cush.
Oh, he
He's
hasn't.
bounced out a bit.
Now,
Well,
does
he
he
might
roll
be,
through? Does he roll through and go the other side?
Yeah,
He
maybe
is,
possibly
he
the
is.
top
That's it.
one. Top one might go through into the middle.
Oh. Well, if he takes the bottom one and leaves the white up the top.
Yeah, he's got to run the white right
wow,
back, doesn't he?
I don't know what he's doing here. He's foul blacking. I was a little bit unsure of what he was trying to achieve then. I thought he could have cut the bottom yellow to go for the pot and leave the white
leave the white
right.
up the top, yeah.
That's
Yeah, but it's a lot easier on this side of the table.
Obviously not the way Luke would like to win, but a W is a W.
Oh, knowing Luke, I don't think he'd have any problems in taking that as a victory.
Especially after getting away with it. Well, that takes.
It's a replay.
Don't know what he was trying to do here. Screw it back to the top row. Slow motion replay.
Awful lot of feathers.
Straight back onto the black.
Yeah.
Got to strike down on that white fairly solid.
Yeah.
He actually left the bed of the table.
It certainly came off the felt, didn't it?
Well, we've got Paul Miller and Andrew Triffer playing. Andrew Triffer's definitely one of the most solid players for the Wagon. And Paul's looking for his first win for the evening. Paul normally plays pretty solid.
Yeah, well, it should be a good match. Obviously,
it's 12-6 now. Could even be 13-6 actually.
Unfortunately, Andrew's in off on the break to give Paul first opportunity. Well, I think both red and yellow are sitting out there quite nicely.
I'd definitely be going yellows here.
I think yellows,
definitely
but
yellows. From Nick Vashaw's last loss. Okay. No, it's not 11-6. Definitely not 11-6. Is it? Okay. All right. And Chris looks like he's got a bit of work to do here.
He has. He's obviously got that ball tied up with a red.
Paul's got a great opportunity here to run these balls. And honestly, after his first couple of frames, he'll want to run them. He's a good enough player. He's a good player, Paul.
Yeah, I think both Andrew and Paul are desperate for a victory for different reasons at the moment. Paul's desperate for a victory to get himself on the board, and Andrew wants to keep the Wagon in the game.
Do it for their captain.
You going to go? Yep, all right. I've got to go. Okay.
Leave us, Nigel.
Yes, my
much.
lift's about to leave.
Well, thank you very much for helping us out tonight.
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure, Jeremy. Nice to get some of the insight, pick your brain.
I think the Millers are great team.
Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you all soon.
Cheers, mate. And then there was one. I'll see if I can get our state president to sit in for a little while and commentate for a couple of minutes. Oh, Paul's just gone straight in off the yellow and left all the reds there for Andrew Triffett to come in and mop up. What he was trying to achieve there. And now we'll have Phil Dendo sit in for a little while to commentate for the next 10 to 15 minutes. We say goodbye to Nigel Barker. Thanks, Phil, for joining us.
Here we go
Phil
now.
Dando, our state president, state manager, or not last year, but
Pretend manager.
have been for, well, I don't know, 14 years, 15 years.
Yes. Yes, thanks, Jeremy. Thanks for that, mate.
Well, I think Andrew will try and obviously keep his 2 shots right throughout this break. I mean, he's only got that yellow in the way. And that hole's definitely opened up now for Chris down the bottom.
Well, the Wagon definitely need a big set to get back into it. Just to put a bit of pressure on the Scorpions, who've also had a bit of luck on the run of the balls tonight, but that's the way it happens. Got to make the most of it when that does happen.
Andrew tried just to open up that hole. I don't think Andrew has to go for it here. I think he can just hold back a little bit.
Have you mentioned our nationals as yet?
Mentioned it a couple of times, Phil.
Yeah.
Tasmania's holding the Australian national titles this year in Launceston at the Country Club Casino. I wasn't there in 08, but by all accounts it was one of the best nationals. A lot of people have really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was terrific actually. Real, a great venue to have it in, and we're in the same situation this year, and the Country Club have done everything for us this year. It's been terrific. Can't help enough. We're really looking forward to hosting it actually. Everything's just about down pat. Should be ready.
Be interesting with the format too, Phil. Going back to an 8-day format.
Yeah, new format like I think 98, 99 was
similar to going back to the old days. Probably a little bit more pressure on players to perform. They get an extra frame per match, but
yes, it won't be such a rush either to finish one game and then start another. And it will be a lot better. Players have wanted it, so we'll see what happens. See if they like it. Going back that. The ladies will get the extra set, and also the Masters get an extra player, so that'll make a bit of difference as well.
Yeah, look, the Masters every year in our tryouts in Tasmania, the Masters, the numbers have just been growing and growing. I suppose it's like anything, we're getting older.
Yeah.
every year we're getting obviously people that are qualifying age-wise for the Masters, and Andrew Saltmarsh just said yay.
He's just ventured into the 50s.
Just ticked over 50s last week.
I'm sure Travis will be happy about that. It's his birthday today, Travis. We wish him happy birthday.
And his mum flew down to say happy birthday.
Oh, that's terrific. It is terrific.
Sharon?
World champion manager of the juniors.
Yes. And again this year?
And she's the manager again this year, yes.
Yeah, and hopefully they do it again.
Back up, yeah, it'll be terrific. I hope they all do really well.
Yeah.
The Australian side, the men, the women, and the Masters and the juniors.
I think even is that why we've increased the Masters numbers, because the world body has increased their Masters numbers?
I think that's the way it's been, yeah.
Try and conform to what they're.
Yes, I think that's what it is. Which is okay.
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's the beauty about our sport. It keeps everyone involved for many years.
For sure, yeah.
I was only talking to Fred House at Snooker on Monday night out of Claremont RSL, I'm not sure yet if he's ticked over to 99, but I know he's either
He's
98 or
he's
knocking on the door at 99.
He's 99 this year, actually. So amazing man.
Oh, that's
Lucky.
good thing he didn't knock it in.
An amazing man.
Oh, great bloke. Still drives himself to 8-ball and snooker. Apparently, by all accounts, it's very scary to get a lift by.
Yeah, I don't think I'd rather drive myself, I think.
Apparently, roundabouts, he tends to go through them than around them. But at that age.
He probably doesn't care.
Yeah, no, 99 this year. That's amazing and still loving it.
Well, he plays billiards and the 8-ball, and it's terrific effort.
And he plays both sides of the river, both associations.
Yes, winter and summer.
I think it's only been recently he give up playing lawn bowls.
Yeah, it is, yes.
Andrew's been pretty solid on both his finishes tonight, so no reason why he won't be solid on putting these couple of balls away.
Yeah, he's played really well, actually.
He's
commentators moz.
Commentator curse.
Commentators moz, right?
I mean, he's got to stand up too. He's a captain.
Yes.
If you're a captain of a team, you've got to stand.
Yeah.
It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. But Andrew Holloway had done a deliberate foul against Chris Raymond on table 1. Chris is very good at playing. He's touched tactical games.
Yes.
He very rarely will make a mistake, so Andrew's going to have to, even though Andrew looks like he's in the box seat, he's still going to have to do something good.
And his game's improving too since he's come back into it, getting more practice as well.
Oh, it's great. It's good to see him back. It's good. I mean, and he's back keen as well. That's
that helps.
more important.
Absolutely.
He's looking forward to the state tryouts this year. Being hosted at Launceston Workmen's Club, one of our state sponsors. Over 3 weekends this weekend.
Correct, yes. Yeah, 3 weekends.
Can't see too much trouble here for Paul. He's got a nice one to stun out for the black.
Just stun out, yep.
I don't think he'll let the white run. I think he'll just stun it straight out to the middle of the table. He's looking for his first win tonight, Phil. So
I know, I refereed his last frame actually, and it was
painful.
Just a bit. Just a bit.
Probably shouldn't say that, should I?
Politely. I think I did a record 30-second call.
Every shot?
Every shot, yes.
I can't see an issue here for him though. He has said he has been playing well. Ooh.
Anyway.
I'm going to
he's just gone in off over there, Chris.
That's a very unusual mistake by Chris, and not a really good position by Paul on the black. I mean, things could turn.
Yeah, forget these two to make it 12-8.
Paul should still pot this. He's queuing up on the wrong ball, right? He should still pot this though. Paul, he's a good one-ball potter.
Oh.
He's let me down.
Maybe trying just a bit too hard.
Obviously, Andrew Hall has had a foul snooker, so he nominated the red, but he definitely hasn't came out great for him. He's still got 2 shots. Unfortunately, Paul left Andrew a fairly simple.
Yes.
Right. But that does take the score now to 12-7 to the Wagon. That's definitely brought the crowd behind us alive, Phil.
It has. They've
They
woken,
want to
they've
close
woken
the
up.
final. They want to close the final. They don't want to see a runaway.
I think Andrew's going to have to play the old face cut double trick.
Andrew only has to play this dead straight onto the yellow and run the white onto the side rail and put the black straight back into the right hand hole.
Yeah, he could. Yeah,
It's not a hard shot.
Yeah,
He's trying to overthink it. Snick off the black,
Run
push
off
the
it,
black
yeah.
into the yellow, run off the side.
Yep.
The yellow will hit the rail, so he doesn't have to worry about any balls hitting the rail.
Let's go the other way. Oh.
Well, what can you say? You can't really play that much more perfect.
No. Going to make it 12-8. Well.
That's definitely brought the spectators alive. No one wants to see a runaway in a grand final.
No, definitely not us anyway.
I haven't got a player list, so I don't know who's coming up at the moment. Shell Grundy's coming in. I'd say Shell's coming in for her husband.
I think so. Going to play Rob McCauley by the looks of it.
Bit of a kiss.
Bit of a kiss and cuddle.
And we're showing a few of our sponsors through now. Sorrel Locksmiths.
Yes, thank you.
Great sponsorship by Sorrel Locksmiths, I've got to say, seeing that that's my company.
No, it is, all jokes aside. We much appreciated.
State Billiards with Cyril Trifford. Cyril is always 100% behind 8Ball within our state and has been for a long time. And especially Mick Grubb from Specialist Auto Electric Group. Boardwalk Fish and Chips.
Bye.
Yeah, it used to be Mike Pace's.
Yeah,
Used to be, he sold it.
Yeah, get rid of that one.
Hobart Workmen's Club, they've always been 100% behind 8Ball.
We've got Merle playing Doug Goss. Merle Appleby playing Doug Goss.
Be an interesting match, actually. Good matchup for both of them because they've both been playing really well. Mel on Tuesday night played exceptionally well, and Doug played the following week to get straight in the final well. And we'll see if we can get both tables up.
Yeah, we seem to have lost the table, Andrew.
12-8. These two frames are going to be vital to the wagon getting back.
Here we go. Big break, open table to Michelle.
It's quite amazing me feel that they're bringing Shell in now. She's been actually playing quite well. She's been going in the open men's event, the open events, and she's been getting as much practice for, I think, for this year's obviously upcoming women's
Ladies.
tryouts.
Yeah. And she has been playing well too, yes.
So and she has a great desire to win. She loves to win. She loves chopping up the boys and does it quite regularly sometimes when you don't want her to.
Got to thank Andrew Saltmarsh for coming all the way down from the foggy Launceston into the capital city. Just kidding, Andrew. Just kidding. We really appreciate you coming down, mate. The live streaming is the way to go now. It's opened up our game to everything, especially with all the tournaments happening.
Especially Australia-wide. I mean,
Yeah.
live streaming's definitely come ahead and leaps them out, but so's the prize money lately in some of these comps. I mean, everyone knows, or a lot of people know, the big guns is on Anzac weekend. Anzac comp over in Melbourne at Bundoora. Got a couple of Tassie boys over there. I think Alex Pace and Cale Barrett's over there.
Barrett,
I think
yes.
Troy Rudley's over there with Chris Cherry.
Are they supporting at the bar?
Oh, I think Chris Cherry's supporting at the bar, but I think Rudders would be. I think they're playing in Anzac. They're not playing in big guns. But I mean,
That's terrific because I mean, world champion to turn up and play. That's how important he thinks it is. It's great.
Fantastic. Especially they've given him $1.31, which is a little bit rough.
Yeah, I think it should
But
be
he
$1.
is he's a bit of $1.
Yeah, odds on actually.
He's definitely fantastic. I mean, Mick Hill probably lives 4 months a year in Australia. Yeah, I think he comes over about 3 or 4 months a year.
Yeah, I'm
Has
surprised.
done now for quite a few years.
I'm surprised he's coming for our winter.
Yeah, seeing that they're coming into good weather and And
Well,
he's coming over to our bad weather.
supposedly they're good weather.
Supposedly good weather, yeah. Sure. Foul shot. It's not a bad foul.
No.
I know the yellow's not onto the middle. I don't think it's the foul that's going to dictate a loss. Is Mick coming down to Tassie this year, Phil?
Not to my knowledge, I don't think so. Unless he's changed his mind.
I know he's going off to the ACT, and I think he spends a bit of time in South Australia. And
he's also going to Northern
Darwin?
Territory.
Yeah,
yes.
off to Darwin.
Darwin, yep.
They would appreciate it up there.
Oh, absolutely.
I know Johnny Spinks gets up to Darwin, does a few coaching lessons.
Well, he's doing a great job now with the juniors.
I think he's Queensland. Is he Queensland president now, John Spinks? I think he is.
I'm 100% not sure, to be honest. Whether Greg Dingle still is, or Spinks is the...
Oh, sorry, he's the junior.
Junior. Rob McCauley plays to his expectations. He's a very, very good player, Rob. Doesn't make many errors.
Very steady. He's
just come back from a big back operation, so he's done really well to get his stance back.
He does struggle to get down onto the balls now, doesn't he?
Yes.
I mean, 3 cages in his disc.
I'm actually heading over to the Big Guns or Anzac over the weekend.
Oh, you're going over, Phil?
Yeah, going to catch
to
up.
Play?
No.
Catch up with a few of the people?
Yeah, catch up with my son to start with.
Oh,
and then we'll head down there. Go down to catch up with a couple of the guys and have a couple of coldies, especially with my son.
Yeah.
He's flying in from Sydney, so...
I mean, well, you captain Australia for... I mean, not captain, managed Australia for about 4 or 5 years, 6 years. 7 years. 7 years.
I loved it.
So it's a good opportunity. The Big Guns brings them from all around Australia, so it's a good way to catch up.
Yeah, it's great. I enjoyed my time. It's not very often you get to be involved in a team of 8 top Australian players. It's terrific. It was fantastic. Never forget it.
Oh, Shell.
Yeah.
And loose.
It's a bit crowded down there as well.
Rob McCauley, 2 shots. Still not easy. Still a bit of work to be done here.
South Snooker.
I'll tell you what. Are you sure? I don't think it is.
He's called it. I reckon another yellow might have been in the...
He's not foul snooker, do you know?
No.
But they've counted that yellow in front of the top red.
Yeah, that's wrong.
It's not foul snooker. If he places the ball right hard against the far left, as we look at it, left-hand side.
Yeah, you move the yellow out the way, you can hit the side.
Yeah, you can hit the top one. Unusual call from Andrew Triffett. Normally he would probably have a bit better look than that.
Bonus.
Good outcome. Good outcome.
Absolute bonus.
I think they probably should have looked at the foul snooker a little bit better. I don't think he really came and had much of a look.
No, he looked from one end, not the other end. But call's done now, so it's over.
Yeah, the call's done now. We're sitting right behind it. That's why we've got a good view of it.
Yes.
Mel's made a good escape.
There's a bit more noise now. The Wagon have got a little bit more belief in themselves.
Bit of a replay on this shot here.
Oh.
He still controlled it. It wasn't like he was putting the yellow in danger. Not yellow. And he's going to have 2 shots on the black.
He's on the yellows. Potted the red.
Hey?
He's on the yellows. He potted the red. Put himself off by potting the one in the middle. The one he nominated.
Well, it confused me for a second then as well.
Well, big chance here for Michelle.
That's all right. Rob's getting on in age. He's probably just had a senior moment. Does she attack it now and bust it out?
I think she can attack it and get on this side.
She's attacked it.
Oh, great shot.
She's snookered herself, I think. No?
Oh, you reckon?
I think she's snookered herself.
Ah, there.
She's totaled herself. Gee, I thought it was nearly natural to go straight into that black then.
Yeah.
It's been called a no total, so obviously she's not snookered. Does it mean she can pot it? Because it looks nearly dead straight.
Yeah, yes, it does. Should have missed the one on the list, first yellow. And oh,
Great shot.
got
That's
another.
right. Second visit. Crowd's getting a bit rowdy.
You're getting excited.
Getting a bit excited. I thought you were standing right behind her. I thought it must have been going. Must have been very tight there to get through.
Will be now.
It's been a big win for the Wagon and Horses. It's a great black. Nice and solid by Shell Grundy. It was obviously a good decision to bring her in. I still don't know why she wasn't playing earlier. But I probably shouldn't say that because it's obviously up to their captain. But it's coming back. Is that 12-9?
12-9 now, yes.
12-9 now. If they can win. And obviously, as commentators, we'd love to see it get back to 12 all by the end of this.
Absolutely, yeah. 12 all.
Quite possibly could happen. I mean, most of the Scorpions' best players have already been out.
Yes, they have.
So
Yes.
it could quite conceivably come back to 12 all or 13-11.
Well, I think if they got 13-11, they'd be very happy about that.
They'd be wrapped. They were 8-2 down, Phil.
Yes,
If
very
you're
happy.
8-2 down, you'd love to be 13-11.
Yeah, going to the last set, absolutely.
We was only talking about before about coming back from 13-4 down in the Waratah. You were captain that year.
Yes, I was.
And we came back against the Mayfair Bears.
We
and
did.
Were 13-4 down.
Yes.
We came back and beat them 17-15.
Yeah, amazing night.
A couple of the players, like Andrew Holloway, was playing for the Mayfair at the time, and
Justin Van Diepen.
Dallas Nichols.
Dallas Nichols, yes. They had a really, a lot of state players too.
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest comebacks we've seen. So that's when they were 8-2 down. We're alluding to that,
yes.
saying that it's not over until it's over.
Exactly, mate. You just
Until that last black ball goes down. And as we've seen tonight, we've seen a couple of black balls being missed. So
yeah, well.
It's a big shot by Doug, but this black ball's going to be another big shot. He's hard up against the rail. If he goes to the double into the bottom pocket, it's quite large, but that middle pocket is going to come into the white ball.
Exactly.
Isn't it? That white ball kick off.
Yes. He's going to play the double here.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
Dugged off.
good shot.
It's obviously a bit straighter.
Very good shot.
That's all right.
That fired the Scorpions up again. They was getting a bit quiet there for a while.
Oh, Doug doesn't mind a double. That was obviously a lot straighter than what I thought, Phil.
Yeah, it was straight in.
It's hard to tell on the monitor sometimes.
Yeah. Didn't hit it hard either, just nice and steady, and it went.
And Chris Daly playing against Johnny. It's good to see Johnny Leonard back playing. It's good to see actually a couple of the young players coming back and playing. I mean, now his cricket season's finished.
Oh, no, it's terrific. Yeah, terrific. He's been out of the game for a couple of years, so it's really good to get him back. We've got a few good young guys playing. Just a matter of getting them to step up. to the next level. That's all. Because they're young, they're not entirely interested in playing in the titles and stuff. They just want to have fun, fall in love with beer and women.
Kids' houses.
Yeah, have kids. That's right. Priorities change.
And Les Alley stayed in for this set as well, Phil.
Yes.
Brought himself in after the first 2 sets. As captain, you should bring yourself in.
Always
Played well, actually had a good out in his first match. I like Johnny Leonard's game, and even though he's been out of it for a couple of years, he's come back in at probably a little bit more mature. He doesn't look as nervous as what he did 2 years ago.
he's enjoying it a lot more.
He's actually liking it.
He's got a terrific cue action. Very, very good cue action.
I think the pressure's off him now because he's been out of it for so long. He's just getting back and enjoying it.
Yes.
Just playing the game for what it is. He's always had a good game. And let's face it, we've known him since he's been knee-high to grass.
Exactly, yes. Yeah. No,
his father been involved in the club for quite a long time.
I think he borrowed the shirt. It's definitely not his.
It looks like it's sprayed on. He's displaying. He's pretty inked up now, Johnny.
Yes, seems to be the way of the times.
He loves it.
He's had a few good leaders, hasn't he?
Yes. Trifford himself, Sammy,
Yes.
Ricky Lee.
Yeah, Ricky Lee. Yeah. Not many places left on Ricky Lee's.
No, Ricky will let anyone. Well, Les Alley's working through these reds quite well. They're there for him.
It doesn't look. Yeah, I was just going to say it doesn't look that hard, to be honest.
They're there for him.
Oh, Johnny had a lucky one there. Ball went over the hole.
A very good result. There's a lot of pressure on Chris here to obviously do the right thing, play the right shot.
Very lucky in the last frame he played.
Oh, couldn't believe he missed that black.
And then potted a black in the blind pocket. It was like incredible.
Redemption.
Yes. Oh, that's a bad. Oh, big chance here for the wagon again.
Just wondering, it's hard to tell from here, but can that red ball go across? Then again, if he does that, look what he's doing with the yellows, though.
Must go across.
Must go across, and he's killing it up. But if he doesn't get a result here,
the yellow's going to go. Yeah, it's going to be open.
All on. I mean, he's only going to be putting pressure on himself. That red goes back in the middle. That red goes back in the middle.
It does go back. Can he hit those?
Yes, he can.
Oh.
Or
Yeah.
maybe not, sorry.
Black's in the way.
That's about as much as he could hit of it. But unfortunately now, Dipper's, like his potting obviously last frame, wasn't a good example of how he can normally pot. He can normally pot a ball.
Well, to win this frame, he needs to play the Jackie.
It's not right over the hole, but it will double kiss in, won't it?
Yeah. He could play the one. Might be able to get to the one in the middle and knock it down.
I think that's what he's doing, cutting the one in the middle and kissing it down.
Yeah.
Hit it a bit thicker.
Oh, still a chance. Play the long yellow in the top if you wanted to.
No.
You would.
Stewie's got to get his first frame on the board. I think. just trying. Oh.
Not bad. Yeah, got back nicely.
He's off angle. He'll have to go down and work back up now. He's actually made. He hasn't made him linking now, Phil. He's obviously got to let the white run a bit on that one in the middle, or he's got to come back down and then work back up. You never like to go backwards and forwards away from the work. Les Ellie's just pushed that red down over the bottom hole.
Sure. It's getting tough, getting harder here for Chris.
I still believe come back down and go back up. It's probably his best chance. Doesn't have to do anything special here, Phil. So you got to drop it in, make sure he gets around the black. Stewie played for an extraction on the red.
Yeah, got
the extraction, kicked it over the other hole. That's actually worked out well. It's worked out very well.
I think he's going to have to use a rest though, unless he can reach this. I know he's tall.
Unless he's going to screw it all the way back down the bottom, I'd be just dropping it in because he'll leave it safe.
Yeah, you don't want him jumping up the table.
If he, I don't know how straight it is, Phil. Can he get back down the table or not really?
Is that straight?
I think he's going to have to just drop it in and take it from there.
Yes, straight shot apparently.
He's going to drop it in and just take it from there. If he comes back too far, he'll leave himself an angle going into those reds from the black.
Well, that's what he's done. Oh, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yep.
That's what he does here. I'd be ripping it. Just screw it.
Just screw off it?
Yeah, just screw it on the side rail. He's got a... Oh, no, it's more of an angle than what it looks. No, just drop it in.
Just drop it in?
Just drop it in and you come up underneath that red. Up underneath the two reds. No danger there, mate. Only danger here is if he...
Himself?
No, he's just playing it straight in.
Yeah.
Plain ball, straight in. Missed it. Oh, no. Got it. Oh, it's a good finish there by Chris Daly.
Oh.
Takes the score to 14-9. I was thinking there for a second the Wagon was going to come back and put a bit more pressure on him at the end of the third set.
The other table, Les has snookered himself, has he? Behind the yellow?
Yeah, he's definitely snookered. What do you reckon, Phil? Lock it up behind the one in the top corner?
Yep.
Just lock it right up, make him waistline.
Yeah, done it. Yeah, he's going to screw around it.
Here's the stats for Clermont OSL. We showed you the stats for the Wagon before. He's missed that. He's given Stuart Percy 2 shots with an open table. Luke Webb topping their stats on 64. Look pretty even, Phil. Straight down the line.
Yeah. Sign of a good side.
Down to Chris Raymond, all virtually 62, 64%. Luke Webb, Sam, Paul Miller, Rob McCauley and Chris Raymond. Bit of a top-heavy side, really, aren't they?
Yeah, rely on the top players.
Some very close wins as well. 17-15, a lot of 17-15.
Couple of draws. Yeah.
That's a great shot. That is a great shot. But the pressure's there now. I don't think Stuart will go for the out here. I think he'll just lock it up. The speed he played that, Phil, I think he was going for the out.
Yeah, I think he's happy he didn't get it.
He's hit that fine. He's actually hit the jaw and stopped.
Yes, he'd be very happy with that result.
He was definitely going for the pot then, Phil, with the way
he was.
definitely the Wagon definitely need to get the double figures in this frame.
Yeah, I was, they get
15.
Scorpions get this frame. Yeah, they
You know, 15,
need a miracle.
15-9. It's not a good score line going into the last set.
Definitely not.
14-10, still there. And advertising our tables that are for sale that after the Australian 8Ball Championships in Launceston, 2,600, can't go wrong. Very good tables, Tassie Oak Rails. Was that your choice to add a bit of Tasmania into the tables?
Nah, that wasn't my choice, but we'll take the credit.
Take the credit.
Yeah.
Did they offer it? Did they?
I think so. Yeah.
Rails on
Yeah. But yeah, we've
nice tables. You get the lights, balls, triangle, rests,
everything. Yeah,
everything.
It's terrific.
They're all plated. They're all name plated.
Name plated, yes. From our major sponsor, CLNS, Australian wide, and fantastic.
Great strong cloth on them. They're only used for 8 days.
8 or 9 days, yeah. Some of them, yes. And then
like I was saying, I've still got mine from the 08.
08.
Launceston Nationals, and I haven't reclothed mine yet. They might get a recloth this year.
Yeah, we've still got 4 at Launceston Workers Club, which we use.
Yeah, they're good tails.
They were used in the killer crossover, which apparently all report that the players were happy with them.
Yeah, no. So if you want one of our tables, contact Phil Dando, our state president. You can put a lay-by down on them, deposit down on them. Because of the nature, they do have strict pickup days though.
We do,
because,
yes.
we need to remove them out of the rooms at the casino after the national championship's over.
So either on the 15th or the 16th, the Friday or the Saturday.
Of October?
Of October, yes.
14th or 15th?
14th or 15th, oh, it's close.
It's close, 15th. I think this is unfortunately, I don't like saying as a commentator, this could be the beginning of the end.
Yeah,
it's a big mountain to climb
I
now.
think so. Too much, to be honest.
Big mountain to climb. I mean, they've got too many guns in their side that are at least going to come out and win.
Yep.
Our matches. But as Ali's performed tonight.
We'll have a break for about 5 minutes before the next set starts.
Will we?
We'll get a drink. Yep. You can have a break yourself, mate. You've done well.
Yeah, I might have a break
All right, we'll
myself.
be back shortly, ladies and gentlemen.
back again. I didn't think they would have started this set so quick. Obviously, these two matches they're relying on hopefully to come out and seal the deal. Two of their best players are on the table, Sam Thurgood and Chris Reeman, but two of the best players for the Wagon. So two very important games. Great pot up the rail by Nick. Nick, that pot really puts Nick in a great position now. Pot this, roll through. Pot. Oh, I thought he would have kept on the one in the middle of the black and the red, but he didn't. Doesn't hold back, Nick. He's free riding. Don't know where this red's going to go though. I don't know, should take that yellow now. Play the red off the yellow off the red into the middle. Stun it, hold for the black. Oh, he's clipped the black. Oh, he's got two shots, sorry. It's a great pot. Just got to finish it off, Nick. Great finish by Nick Bashaw. Didn't realise he had two shots there. Great finish. Sam's been one of their most solid players all night. So good win by the Wagon. Great shot by Andrew Triffett. If there's ever going to be a captain's knock, it's going to be here right now. Going to play around those. Right. He's left Chris and Nick on the red. And Luke Webb's playing probably their best player in Marcus Jackson. So definitely these top first three games are vital. The balls are quite tight on the Luke Webb and Marcus match. Chris hasn't left Triff much, and it's still open table. Great shot by Marcus. Great shot by Marcus. Just a bit of a containing shot there by Chris. I don't think that black goes into any of the pockets. So Chris is obviously going to have to develop the black. Andrew trying to cover the bottom pocket. This is giving Chris the angle to knock the black out. And he'll be trying to knock this black out. All the balls are on here for Marcus. He'll weave his way out through the middle of it. It's a great extraction by Chris. Gives him a great opportunity to win. Marcus has rolled a bit too far through. Left himself off the red into the middle. Oh. Big mountain to climb for the wagon, but if they can get these two frames, it means they've beaten three of their best players. I think Marcus is still on this red for the middle. Chris has played a great shot, give himself a great opportunity onto the red. Oh, that's a great shot by Marcus. That's a great shot by Chris Reeman, straight on the black. Well, looks like there's only a tie available to the wagon. Takes the scoreline to 16-10. The Sorell RSL. Oh, Sorell RSL. Claremont RSL Scorpions. Fantastic shot by Marcus. This has been a very clinical out. Showing some of his class. Very loose opening shot by Luke, but a very good clinical out by Marcus. So scored a 16-11. Andrew Holloway up for the wagon and Johnny Leonard. Johnny Leonard playing Rob McCauley, table 2, and Andrew Holloway playing Cyril Triffett, table 1. Or was it a fair break? Fair break? Fair break's been called. It's definitely kept the balls tight. This is obviously not going to be a fast game. Both Scorpion players on red balls. Just a bit of a containing shot there by Rob McCauley. Doesn't want to leave Johnny Leonard too much of an opening. Oh, it was a fair break. Good call by Rick Watt, umpiring. I take my hat off to Rick Watt. He done a lot of umpiring on Tuesday night and a lot of umpiring tonight. Thanks, Tony. Foul shot being called on Johnny. Sometimes an early foul in a match is a good thing. Sometimes when you come back to the table, the balls are opened up. Especially when the balls are tight. Balls haven't opened up too badly for Rob. While the games are tight, I'd just like to thank Hobart Workmen's Club for holding this event, and Q Sports Tasmania for coming down, and Andrew Saltmarsh for coming down live streaming. Also like to thank Country Fresh Market, Cyril Locksmiths, and Specialist Auto Group. Things can always get a little bit tense when you're playing for that winning frame. On both sides. Obviously on the winning side you want to get over the line and win it for your team. And obviously if you're playing on the side that's behind, you don't want to lose it for your team. So it's a good shot by Johnny Leonard though. There's still a lot of 8-ball bit left in this game. Just a deliberate foul there by Rob. A good deliberate foul, no damage. Johnny's just trying to get this yellow back down over the hole. That's a great shot by Johnny. He's got another visit. I think Rob's just stepping up to the table to play. He's just realised he's been told by Johnny that he's got another visit. Didn't touch the table, so no foul. Just a couple of laughs. quite what Johnny wanted to do. Andrews Holloway seems to be battling his way back into this frame, even though he's still got 6 balls left on the table. Oh. Andrew Holloway's got 2 shots. Oh, well, all the balls are there to be potted. Well, he's definitely locked that red up, but it's probably going to make it harder for him to pot later on. Rob McCauley's going to clean these 2 up, but the black's not in a great position unless he can develop it somehow. Just trying to get the angle to develop it. Plays getting balls out very well, Rob McCauley. He's definitely going to pop these 2 reds. It just depends on the outcome of when he tries to kiss the black out. No, he's lost the angle I think he wanted. He definitely didn't want it. Didn't want that angle. Might even decide just to roll the ball over the hole. Doesn't look like he is though. And I think he's totaled himself. And total's been called. And Cyril Triffitt's managed to place the red ball probably where he would have liked it. Still think Andrew Holloway's in a fairly good position here. Just kicking that yellow ball up over the middle and snookering him. Find the yellow and black in the middle of the table.
Come on, Johnny. Come on.
Cyril Triffitt has played a fantastic shot off the rail. Not snookered him, but it's definitely going to force him to move the ball that he didn't want to. I think Andrew will just clip off this and just push the red onto the bottom rail. Leaves all these yellows open and not Cyril with too much of a shot. Got to just make sure he just doesn't hit it too hard. Don't know what he's thinking about here. The options are very limited. Oh, if he's... That's a great out of a snooker by Rob McCauley. I think Andrew's played that very hard. So's Johnny. He hasn't left himself anything too easy. If he's taking this ball onto the middle, it's got to go. he's actually snookered him, screwed back onto the bottom rail, snookered him on his yellow. Rob would definitely be playing up and down the table on this one. Gets out of snookers pretty well, Rob. I mean, showed that in the last shot he played. He's nearly guaranteed he's going to hit the black. It's just whether he pots it or not. Andrew Holloway seems to be getting opportunities but not developing or pushing forward much. It's a good shot by Robert Corley. Which puts the pressure on Johnny Lennon. I don't think Johnny will be doing anything special here. He's just pushing the balls up the rail, not leaving him a shot. Go inside. That's a great shot. Good outcome. Now that's not an easy snooker to get out of. Oh, Lessie. I don't think Rob's totaled here. I think he must be able to see it. He hasn't asked for no total, so he's overspun round that. Good shot. Johnny's just a drop ball in this yellow. Nice shot. That's a very good snooker by Johnny Leonard. I think because the black's locked up, he's just given him a... He wants him to take that red out from the bottom. Johnny's got 2 shots. Oh, he's played that first shot very well underneath the black. Very well composed, Johnny Lennon. I'd back him to get these. Andrew Holloway leaving Cyril a shot at that one on the top rail. He's definitely going to second visit, John. That's a great shot by Cyril Triffett. Now it definitely puts the pressure on Andrew Holloway to do something now. But that black isn't easy. Johnny Leonard will finish these. Hasn't played for a couple of years, but still a very solid player. Oh, run the wrist then. Just bring it off the rail a little bit, Johnny. Perfect. Perfect, Johnny. Johnny's just missed the black to leave Rob McCauley the winning black for the night. I'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching tonight, And thanks, Andrews. Congratulations to the Scorpions for winning 17-11. I mean, it's definitely been their year this year. They've played exceptional 8-ball. I'd like to thank Q Sport Taz for coming down and live streaming this event for us. And that's going to be it for me. They'll do the presentations. I don't know if they'll still live stream those. But been a good night by all, and thanks very much for having me. Bye.
Is this working? Is this working? Just have your attention, please. I don't know who can hear me. It's going through that, it's not going through this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just on behalf of Southern Tas. Okay, just on behalf of Southern Tas, I'd like to congratulate both sides on a great match tonight. Do I have to use this? Okay, just on. Right, just on behalf of Southern Tas, I'd like to congratulate both sides tonight, the Wagon and the Claremont RSL, for a great match. First of all, I'd like to say thank you very, very much to our major sponsor, the Hobart Workmen's Club, who without them, Southern Tas would not prevail, I'm afraid, but thankfully they're in there every year to help us out. First things first, I'd like to present the Gary Self Most Valuable Player medallion, which we all know Gary Self, terrific man, loved 8Ball, loved the winners and the losers, he didn't discriminate, and fantastic guy. And tonight's Most Valuable Player was Rob McCauley. Yeah! You don't want it? Thank you. Now, just on behalf of, I'd like to call on the captain of the Wagon to say a few words on behalf of his team.
Thanks, Phil. I'd like to thank the club and the association. You guys played really well. Took advantage of everything we coughed up and didn't give us much in return. Well done. Our guys, it was a good year. Bit of trouble at the end of it, but we've come through the final, done well. We can be proud of what we've done and we'll come back and have another go. And thank you for the umpires.
Just like to call on the Claremont RSL Scorpions captain to say a few words on behalf of his team. Rob?
First of all, well done, blokes. Good stuff, eh? And to you, commiserations. You know, I know you've had a few issues, but that's your issues. To us, good stuff. 17-11, really, we had a great start. And you blokes come back like troopers. You've come back very well and really nearly scared us, maybe. So, yeah, we're happy. Thanks.
Just before I present the shield to the winning team, just like first of all, I'll also say thanks to Soldy for coming down from Launceston to do the streaming. Thanks very much. Have a safe trip back, mate, in the fog. Are you, eh? No way. Finally, presentation. The rest of the presentation's on May the 7th, guys, at the dinner. Hope to see you all there. And finally present the shield to the captain of the Scorpions, Rob McCauley. Well done, guys. Terrific effort. Okay, well done. That's it, guys.
Fuck it! Fuck it!